everyone. Welcome to the stream. Maybe you've been watching for a while. Maybe you're just tuning in. My name is Anna O'Reilly. I don't have a preference. I use they it pronouns, and I'll be the DM today. First time DMing on stream. Very excited. Very nervous. I'm gonna explain a bit more about stuff regarding giveaways and incentives in a bit because it is a charity stream, and you should, if you can, you should donate. If you can't, that's fine. Please watch, and you can join giveaways for free. But first, let's go introduce our players. I'm going to go by what's on stream, which means we start with Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe. I use she, her pronouns. Today, I'm playing Ingrid, who also uses she, her pronouns. I've been very unimaginative this time. And I've been put on the spot. I am a podcaster, mostly known for Deck of Many Aces, which is that actual play made with actual asexuals. That's my baby. I'm also on RWD as well. And yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I think I was last on Pantsless Tables maybe like 3 years ago or something like that. So I took a bit of a hiatus, but I'm back and I'm very excited.
Hell yeah. Then Ruben, please.
Hi everyone, I'm Ruben. I use they, them pronouns. This is my first time on Pantsless, and I was just saying, like, my second time playing D&D, first time playing it on stream. And today I will be playing Raflat, Death Becomes You.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to uncover the mystery of what the heck happened here.
Ah, very nice. Okay, Magpie.
Howdy, I'm Magpie. I use she, they pronouns. You can find me on most places online at Antique Horror. I am playing Upsy Daisy Delilah, absolute fool of a toque, little furbog barbarian. She's not little, she's like 6'7". That's all I have to offer to the party. Big, strong axe.
We love it. Toto.
Hi everyone, my name is Toto. My pronouns are she, they, not in order of preference, and I will be playing Willow, whose pronouns are they, them. Willow is a barbarian druid of the druid circle of spores, and I'm excited to see where this is going.
Me too. Erin.
Hi everyone, I'm Erin. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Erin Angelini. And this is my first time here on Pantsless. I'm very happy to be here for Pride. And today I will be playing Judas, my half-drow human chronology wizard. He, him is my first wizard, so be kind and patient with me as I figure this out. But yeah, very excited to be here.
Yee. And last but not least, Shen.
Hello, I'm Shen. This is not my first time with Pantsless. I've played with Pantsless before. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Chiron, whose pronouns are they and he. And he's a warlock. He's a hexblade warlock who has a cursed artifact, a cursed blade, which whispers things in his head. And yeah, that's pretty much about it.
Perfect. Yeah, this is a charity stream. We have a giveaway. We have one running. Everyone can join for free, whether or not you donate, which is Harker's Guide to Vampire Hunting, which is a D&D supplement by Quasi Real House that I may or may not have helped write. Which will be, I think it's a pretty big, chunky document with lots of stuff. Lots of subclasses. There's a plague doctor and stuff you can play, like vampire related stuff. Just loads of cool things got for free. And if we hit $750, there will be a little giveaway by Erin. I don't know, Erin, if you want to explain a little bit more about it.
Yes. So I have a Patreon where I create TTRPG character portraits in the fantasy genre. And essentially, I collect some of these portraits in big, huge mega packs with a bunch of purchase. And the one that you can win today, if we reach 750, is a collection of, I think, 100 plus fantasy characters that you can use in your private, also streamed TTRPG games. And there's all kinds of lineages and shapes and colors and genders. So yeah, you can grab that and basically have a huge library of characters to use as much as you like.
So what I'm hearing is that we need to get to 750. So get donating. A little warning for the audience. Today I'm running a horror game. It's not super gory, but there are themes like mind control, manipulation, death, and just general mindfuckery. So if that's not for you, there will be games after this that are not that. But if you do like that, please stick around. With that, I think we should start. It is the year of 881 PD on the planet of Kassar. A week ago, on a regular afternoon, the sun went out without an explanation, and the world was plunged into an icy darkness. Shortly after, hours after, massive meteorites fell from the sky and destroyed landscapes, cities, and millions of lives worldwide. Those lucky enough to avoid being hit by the rubble found themselves now fighting hypothermia, influxes of nocturnal monsters, and food scarcity as crops are slowly starting to struggle and die. We zoom in on the country of Esham, on the continent of Farum. The government has ordered adventuring guilds across across many countries to send out people to document the destruction in the area. Such a group of people is our party today. You have been sent out with whatever supplies the guild could gather, enough food, water, torches, and plenty of thick clothes coated with magic and blankets to stay warm. It's not like a heated clothing, but it's enough to keep you from freezing to death should your torches give out. So the guild hopes. You've also been given some other items, a map of the area. You've been given an orb of time, an orb of direction, and I think it's called an Everbright or Everlight lantern. You also have a horse each, also covered in blankets to keep, like magic blankets to keep it warm. And you have been for the past week traveling from your starting town to towns to try and document what was happening. You're currently on your way to your final destination, which is the town of Nevis on the kind of outskirts of the county. You could go further, but it's about a week travel, and they want you back as soon as possible. So far, the results of your journey have been mostly positive. Most towns you came across were mostly intact, save for some slight structural damage here and there, and maybe some deaths here and there that are to be expected in a situation like this. The closer you got to Nevis, however, the more structural damage you saw. The damage could be fire damage or rubble, or just some buildings that are completely leveled. But still, it's mostly been intact, and the people of the towns you visited told you that the destruction has been manageable so far, and that they didn't hear any large crashes or anything. They suspect that they got lucky enough to be only hit by smaller chunks of rock. So far, it seems like this part of the country has managed to avoid mass-scale destruction. You are close to nearing your destination. You feel like these icy winds cut past your cheeks and whatever part of your body hasn't been properly covered. And the only light that catches your eye is of the torch carried by people in your party, which at this point, before we get into actual introductions, I would like to have a rough marching order. You don't have to go in a straight line. It could be 2 people in front, 3 in middle, like whatever you want. But who is in front at least? I would like to ask.
Do we know who has a map? Who has the map?
I think it was Raflot. I kind of struggle with that name. Because they had clues, right? Potentially.
All the
Or was it
clues
someone
are
else? Or
helpful.
was it someone else? I don't remember. Or was
I
it
have
Daisy?
the orb. I have the orb.
I'm gonna say that Waflot is walking near the back because they have 7 in strength.
Ingrid
Fair.
would happily go near the front. Has a
Six.
high-ish AC.
I guess then Judas was could probably towards the front edge, but he would probably visibly avoid walking next to Ingrid.
Okay, so we have Ingrid at the front, Judas at the front.
As
Hang on,
if Ingrid slows down,
Yeah,
Judas will
yeah.
slow down. Or
We're
like
just constantly like
pretend to
2
check
steps ahead of
something on the
Judas.
side. Yeah.
Good luck with the deck saving throws in a bit.
So we're playing the back, and then Daisy, Willow, and Chiron. I didn't.
I
Chiron is
think-
gonna be at the very back because he's like a scared little shit. Like, yeah.
yeah, I think I'm going to be probably somewhere in the middle because Willow's just like for now just walking along, like looking around, but it's like not really the type to take initiative or any kind of leader position.
I think in that case, Daisy will probably take point. She's got the lantern, I think we said, if that's cool with people. It's sort of sweeping sort of ahead of what's going on of them. Axe in one hand, lantern in the other. Probably a clearance behind because that girl has got a very long tail. If anyone's behind Daisy, you'll just sort of see a mop of just like ginger fur kind of flopping forwards and backwards.
Or before you start to describe purple, I just realized I forgot something. I forgot that we have charity incentives.
Hey.
So people can influence this game. I'll read the charity incentives real quick. For $5, you can give a player a free reroll on a skill check or attack. You can either pick a player or add it to the party pool, which means that the next person that rolls something gets it. $10 is a free reroll on a saving throw. Once again, pick a player or add to the party pool. $25 is a free auto succeed on a saving throw. You can pick a player. $35, a new horror gets introduced. For $50, half the party auto fails the next saving throw. The victims are to be decided by a dice roll. And $100, the entire party auto succeeds the next saving throw or auto hits their next attack. Players can choose. But I've also heard from some players that there wasn't enough failure for them. So if you'd rather flip it and give players a a disadvantage, or say instead of like for $100 everyone auto succeeds, everyone auto fails, you can put that in the comments. That's fine. It's your money. You can do whatever you
Ruben
want.
said they want to be heard. Ruben doesn't
Kill
want
me.
This is Ruben's request. Like,
Yeah, okay.
Let's be
Push in
clear
front.
about this. The
Yeah,
rest
you
of the
can
party
also-
was very happy with the advantage.
Okay, so specifically, if you want to give Ruben disadvantage or
Yes.
kill them, you can.
Rafael's going to come back as a ghost and haunt us.
Yeah, exactly.
500.
Exactly. Perfect. All right. With that out of the way, considering you're taking point, Magpie, describe what we're looking at when we look at Daisy.
When you're looking at Daisy, there is definitely just cotton wool between those ears. So Daisy is about a 6'7" furbolg, mostly kind of white cream fur, little patches of kind of orange and sort of brown that sort of specifically deepens sort of like in the pits of her, sort of like the crook of her arms, sort of like around her wrists, like in little patches on her face. Kind of wearing lots and lots of furs, so she's massive. Like there is a lot of kind of body bulk going on with this little creature. But then sort of sticking out the back is a very long, almost like prehensile tail, but with a massive poof of just orange at the tip. You get the feeling that there's someone following behind her with just like a string, and that's what's controlling the tail, not Daisy. They've got these little kind of like amber sort of horns, and kind of crookedly balanced on it is a little circlet. Yeah, big old sturdy feet, sort of like almost like goat sort of ish legs. Yeah, massive kind of axe sort of in one hand, and then this very like, I don't know if you have plans for what the lantern looks like, but she's kind of got it twinkled sort of like in one hand. If there's any sort of what's the word? Like stained glass, and if it does any sort of like fun colors, she's absolutely twizzing it round. Like if
Oh, yeah,
anyone's
sure.
watching her, she's just like yeah, she's having a great time.
Amazing. Then I think Judas and Ingrid. Judas.
Yes, so a few steps behind this lovely, fluffy, and probably very joyful character, you probably see what is the opposite of that. So Judas is a man in his mid-30s, but someone who, when you look at his face, you can clearly see that life hasn't been the best in the last few years. So his face is a bit bears the signs of stress and tiredness. He is quite lean and about 175 and 180 centimeters tall. He has a grayish purple complexion and black hair combed, sleeked at the back, and the sides of his head are shaven. He has kind of like a nicely trimmed, pointed beard, and his face and his chest, of which you can see quite a bit, even with the cold, are completely covered in tattoos. He has tattoos of kind of like script going across his face and down upon his right eye. He has very light blue, striking, piercing eyes and a fairly serious expression. And he is kind of like kind of like Daisy, but has a big fluffy fur coat on him, but you can clearly see that underneath his chest is actually exposed. So he's not wearing any clothing on the top of his body. He's wearing black leather trousers and boots underneath, but you can see an entire chest, and his chest and his arms are also completely covered in script to the point that his hands become completely black with the kind of like the script coalescing at the tips of his hands. And he probably just he has a staff and like his bag, and he's just marching, like paying attention to his like where he's putting his feet, and just kind of like looking around with a very careful and thoughtful expression.
Perfect. Ingrid then.
Yeah, in comparison to these two very tall people, we have this probably about 3'7" halfling, kind of standing between them. Ingrid has like pale skin and sort of mousy brown hair. He wears it in like a side plait like this, except it's much shorter than my hair, which is getting out of hand, sort of just past her shoulders. She has quite a sort of square jawline, a very kind of resolute look to her face, I would say, and she's kind of late 20s, which for a halfling is not very old. But she also wears these like this armor that is mostly silver, but has the fabric kind of parts of it are like darker colors, mostly black. And some of that silver armor, less the metal parts, but there's a few like silver accents in the armor that's made from this like impossibly fine, like gossamer type material. She has very dark eyes and looks at everything very intensely, like she's scrutinizing every single thing that she looks at, no matter whether it's like a document that's really important or like a rock by the side of the road. Everything is very intense. And if we had the sun, which we don't, that silver armor would glimmer very brightly in the sunlight, but we're not going to see that today. Instead, it melts into the shadows because we're currently very, very dark in the nighttime. So yeah, that's what you see.
Good. Then behind it is Willow, I think. Toto?
Yeah. You see Willow is walking behind Ingrid and is kind of in the middle of the order, and Willow is light grayish colored faubourg, and they have ashy blonde brown hair that is like kind of messy, about this length, like to the ears, is like a fluff little top, and then 2 long strands in the front. And they are wearing this kind of fluffy hat that kind of looks like a nushanka, and small little mushrooms are growing off of it. And they are dressed in winter clothes and just like quietly walk behind the group and just lets them lead Willow to wherever.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, someone's gonna be the leader, and it's not Willow. No, Roflot. I so kind of struggled the entire time.
I picked a name just to annoy everyone else.
That's fine.
Waflod Death Becomes You is an orc, 181 centimeters tall, the perfect height. They are 38 years old. Their appearance, wide-shouldered and kind of like a Dorito build, sort of like triangular and thin, wearing a white tank top with a greenish Gillette vest over, like very detective chic. They are also like literally the detective homebrew class. They've got like a sideswept swoop with a single jerry curl perfectly greased in front of an eye. Their tusks are sort of like nose height with gold and black bands to accessorize them. They kind of walk with their hands in their trousers, which are always very finely steamed, because their hands are similar to, I believe, Judas, covered in tattoos, clue tattoos of the mysteries of all the cases that they have solved, mostly related to people's exes. Thank you. Oh, and I think I'm actually looking over to Chiron and going like, you know why the sun? You know why it's so cold? Because the sun went out. That's the clue.
And with that, Chiron, please.
So Chiron is a changeling. He has like long silver hair, and he obviously looks like a changeling, as in his face is very pale, and there's like this vein-like black splashers, which almost looks like a Rorschach test. This is usually not the form he takes. He usually picks a different person he sees every day and kind of replicates their form. However, ever since the sun went down, he has been terrified. He has been terrified, he's been nervous, he's been fidgety, he doesn't know what to do, he doesn't work well with the cold temperatures. He's more of a tropical summer person, and he is completely unsettled by everything that's happened. And he's walking at the very back. He's clutching onto this giant pile, giant great sword that almost
Oh.
looks like it's too big for him. And he's like holding it with both arms, and he's kind of like trudging along behind everyone, looking extremely nervous. And when Roflot talks to him, he almost flinches a little, and then he looks back at Roflot and says, "Did you just figure that out?"
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did you just figure that out?
I'm putting clues together. Sun gone, no warm, me cold. Huh?
Is this the time when I say no shit, Sherlock?
Who's Sherlock?
My question exactly.
Okay, that's what we're gonna figure out, you and I, on this trip. I got a good feeling, you and I.
No.
Hey, do you want to be a sidekick? Not
No,
looking at Daisy.
absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. I don't want to be anywhere near you, especially not close enough to be kicked. Thank you very much.
Well, that's something I want to figure out. What's going on with our social bond right now? But you do you. I'll come back.
Don't you want to figure out what's going on in the fucking world right now? Like, the sun is literally gone. We're being blasted by asteroids from fucking outer space, and you're worried about the social bond?
See, that's what I figured out. No sun, big meteors, big bad. But also, I have to figure out what makes people tick. And that's what makes the world tick.
You see Chiron just sort of give up and then mutter, "Man, who pays this guy money?"
You and
Willow,
your... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I was
No
like,
one does.
Willow has a passive perception of 18. Hears every single word.
Yeah,
it's-
and also like not that far behind you as well.
yeah, but
so.
like, and I was like, just like mumbling to themselves about that's how the world takes.
You,
Nods.
Kyron, in your head, you after that conversation finished, you just hear, "They are going to die first."
Fun.
Yeah, you're maybe at this point, from what you can gather, like an hour out. Like it's been hard to navigate because you don't see much. That's where you have the equipment. But you've been obviously with your map, you've been able to sort of estimate how long travel takes, and you estimate you're about an hour out. What's happening at the front of the group, where you've got Daisy, Judas?
I know exactly what's happening. There's an awkward silence between Ingrid and Judas, and Daisy is filling it with chatter, I imagine.
Yeah. So like every now and then she'll just kind of, without realizing, lower the lantern and just, I'm not entirely sure what's going on at the minute. Last I checked, the sun was meant to come back up again. But then, well, I mean, it's been a long time since it sort of came back up again. And, I'm thinking maybe it's just late, so maybe someone ought to go and wake it up. But then I don't exactly know how you'd wake up some kind of celestial body, you know?
Well, it's the sun's like gone out. I think so. It
Yeah, but
can't
where's it gone?
come up. I think
just
it's still
gone.
there. It's just not shining.
Well, then maybe like it's, like when you fall asleep and your eyes close, maybe its eyes are just closed.
I think people have probably thought of that.
I've got an idea. So my reckoning is if we find a big enough clearing somewhere, if we make a big enough sort of, I guess, bonfire or something, maybe if we send enough smoke upstairs, we'll get him kind of, to sneeze or something. That'd wake him up.
Huh.
A
It's
mission to make the sun sneeze, I think.
Yeah.
We're doing great. Just keep walking.
an unorthodox plan for sure, but keep working on it. I'm sure we'll find something.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
When you look up to the sky, what do you see?
So that's a good question, actually. So when initially the sun went out, so did all the stars vanished, and this world has 3 moons, and 2 of them went out. One of them, the moon that's farthest away, has not gone out, but that one is like, when it's full, it barely brings any light because of how far away it is, and there's not really much knowledge about it anyway. So when that one didn't go out, it was kind of a case of like, oh yeah, that tracks, I guess. But
When you say it's gone now, does this mean it doesn't shine a light, but you still kind of see a silhouette, or is it gone? Like you cannot see it anymore?
you can tell from, because how dark it is, you can't tell. But you, in the past week, the stars have slowly one by one come back. Just the 2 moons, two of the 3 moons that went out have still not been spotted in the sky, at least.
Okay, so it's like we don't know if it's still there or whatever, but we can't see it.
You don't know. It's a very big mystery. No one even knows why the sun has gone out. Like everything is a big question mark at the moment. But yeah, after another hour of walking, you finally reach your destination. The town of Nevis is one like many others. By estimation, it is home maybe to 15,000 people, roughly. It's slightly bigger town in the area. And it's known for a mineral-rich ground, which is why there's nearby mines. Lots of miners have come to settle in this town. However, when you enter the town, there are 3 things that you notice first. First, when you enter, you notice that it is completely deserted. There is no one there. You shouldn't see anyone on the street. And it is by this time when you get, it's like the afternoon, late. It's like 3 in the afternoon, roughly. It's not like it's night out and people are, I mean, it's constantly dark, but there's no one there. The second thing you notice is that it's completely silent, except for noise that you make. So you hear the hooves of your horses on the cobblestone road. You hear maybe like the crackling of your torch or maybe any equipment that you have on you, like the lantern that moves that Daisy holds. But any outside noise, you don't hear anything. And the third thing you notice, and this realization comes in a little late, but it's also quite disturbing. You don't smell anything. Even the torch, the smoke, you don't smell it anymore. You don't smell anything here. You do see as you enter, you see there's on a side road there is like a farm with a stable, and then further down the road there's another farm. Like it's a road kind of like more kind of leading around the town, and then there's another road with a bunch of houses. A shop that you see has like a little sign on the outside. I think Ingrid, with your dark vision, you can see there's like a sign of what looks like cheese, like a cheese shop probably. And it's it's a standard town from what you've seen other towns, but there's no one there. There are a couple of street lanterns lit though, and some of the houses outside have their lantern lit, but not inside. But yeah, this is what you walk into, and also as you move, your horses start to become reluctant to move. They're starting to struggle. They're starting to rear up, or maybe just freeze, or maybe one of the brave ones slowly moves but doesn't really want to. What do you do?
I can share the dark vision with everybody within 10 feet of me, I believe.
Yes.
Magically.
I do have dark vision.
Up to 4 other creatures, which is not everyone.
But I think it's a
anyone that
do.
needs it.
Yeah, because you should. But you have usually 300 feet, I remember correctly.
Yes,
and then
it's 300 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if anyone needs it.
So I can sort of do that. It doesn't. I think it. Oh, it lasts for 1 hour. So I could do that now, and we can use it for exploring.
Yeah, is anyone here who does not have at all dark vision?
I think Willow doesn't.
Okay, then I would prioritize Daisy
Yeah.
and Willow,
Awesome.
and I mean, depending on who might need it or also who might be closer to Ingrid. I'm happy to take a boost on dark vision, but otherwise I do have it. So
All right.
Yeah. I will
Sorry, go ahead.
I will sort of step forward, like sniff the air a few times, and turn to the others and go, I think there's something strange about like senses here. I don't know. I mean, I'll like lean down and like just pick up a rock or some gravel or whatever's on the floor and kind of just like throw it on the floor, see if that makes a sound or if it is like...
The moment, because you throw it, it makes a sound.
I see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chiron kind of steps up and says, guys, I don't think we should go in there. It's the horses. They're not taking it well, and it's always a bad sign when animals don't want to go somewhere. Maybe we should just like step away. I don't like the look of this place.
Shen, you're really quiet.
Oops.
Then if you
Can you hear me?
yeah.
No,
Yeah, now it's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Chiron steps up and he looks at Ingrid like.
Oh, now it's too close to your mouth, I think. It's a little... If you can move in the middle, so I don't know if you have a headset or something.
Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Daisy lock. Yeah,
Okay.
Daisy.
Cool. Yeah. So so Chiron steps forward and he looks at Ingrid and guys, I don't like the look of this place. Maybe we shouldn't go in. The horses, they're not taking it well. It's always a bad sign when animals don't want to go somewhere. Maybe we should just like turn around and go somewhere else. I don't like this sound.
Chiron. You hear in your head, just like, this was not the deal.
No. Chiron just like sort of makes this sputtering noise and kind of like backs off, and his hands kind of cling harder around the sword that he's been carrying. No, is this not the deal?
No.
Fine. I'll go in. Fine.
Good.
Oh my god.
Good.
Well, Chiron, if you want to buddy up, I don't mind. And she'll kind of hold her hand out. I mean, if you go in together with things, you can share bravery. Like it'll come out of my head and go into yours. So that's how this works, right?
Really? Is that how it works? Perhaps I
Uh-huh.
should have held your hand all this time. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's so cold. Your hand actually feels really warm.
Yeah, it's so if you get a lot of fluff, it keeps like things underneath the fluff and it makes it warmer, and that's why I'm always warm. I used to keep the
You know,
chickens back when I used to live at home, and if you hold them for a long time, they'll sit and come back to you because you're that warm.
oh, that sounds so cool. I've never held chickens before. I've also never had a tail before. I've always wanted a tail. I don't know, my kind never has tails.
Hmm. Uh, I think. Hang on, and she'll try and wrap kind of her tail around Kyron's middle, so the little tail kind of
Oh,
sprouts out where the tail should be.
Cute.
oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you.
It's all right. We can share. I don't mind. I mean, I've got no use for it right now. I mean, I'm using my hands, but I'm not using my tail.
Really?
So,
I think it'll look really nice if you held your lantern with your tail. Like nobody does that. Everyone holds it with their
oh,
hands.
she'll kind of the tail back and will sort of. She pulls it over her shoulder and has to kind of pull the fluff through the tail top, through the lantern top, and then we'll try
Oh,
and hold it up.
I'll hold this if
It's
you don't mind.
pardon?
Sorry. Chiron just says like the tail fluff. Oh, I can hold this if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
Cool.
Hey,
Could
we got a
While
system.
these two are working with the tail and the lantern, what are the others doing?
could I check on the situation regarding plants, nature, any like fauna around here?
What do you want to check? And I'll come around to the others in a moment.
Yeah, so we established that there is no noise, sensory stuff, like smells and things. And I want to check on if there are plants at all, and if yes, how they have changed, or if or like smells and stuff around it, because like plants do have smells.
Yeah, I mean, there's like plants around, like the like flower beds or like someone like having their little gardens. They are similar to other towns where in which that they've started to wilt because there is no sunlight. And if you come close to them and smell them, there's no smell still. So it's nothing out of the ordinary. Well, other than the smell part, but the way they look is similar to what you've seen along the road, also outside of towns when you go to forests and such. Raflot, what is your detective senses to saying?
So I'm having a lot of trouble with sort of like the adult sensory input, but I did hear Chiron like mention the horses, so I want to go over to the horses and like stable them. Can I like calm them down first?
Give me an animal handling if you want.
Sounds great. First
Yeah.
roll.
Judas was also thinking of that, so I
Yeah,
would
you can
help,
do.
so I can
Yeah.
give you advantage.
Yeah, you can do that.
And help you do that.
Wonderful. One horse each. Let's go. My shades are too dark for this. That is, let's see, 18.
Yeah,
Nice.
you two of you together manage to calm the horses some. They don't want to continue further, but you manage to calm them some. You have seen further up the road there's a stable next to a farm.
That's what Judas would have been doing, like trying to scope maybe from afar at the beginning, but kind of having a look, like if it looks like there's any movement, if it looks like it's accessible, and also maybe when Chiron was saying, can we go back? And he was saying, Judas would say, this is the last stop of our mission. I don't think we can back out right now. So
Really?
I guess we can take advantage of the stables and move
It,
from
it,
there.
no,
Ingrid?
it looks deserted.
We
There's
do
no one
have
here.
a mission, you're right. And we need to see it through. Can I just wander a little away from the others, not too far?
Okay.
Want to try and test the like limits of the like sound thing. Unfortunately, I can't think of a way to like make it not me. So I think Ingrid will start to try and like construct out of sticks and stuff, like a weird kind of domino effect to see how many like degrees of separation does there need to be between like her like pushing something and like the final noise like happening, like if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think like if you find out pretty quickly that anything that you start, that you instigate, makes noise. So that's something you find as you do that. Judas, are you going to the stables or checking that area?
Yeah, if we're float as well as like
Yeah.
we got the horses, and Judas will probably get like 2 or 3 by the reins and carefully start moving towards the stables. He would probably kind of like continuously have a look around and trying to figure out if there is someone hiding, something is not, because clearly something's off, and
Yeah.
he would really not like to be surprised.
Yeah, when you go to the stables, you see like when you get there, you see there's a couple of bags of like horse feeding in the corner that has been kind of scratched open with something kind of claw, and you see kind of like claw marks on the wall as well. And if Raflot is joining as well,
Yep.
yes, I would like both of you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
no.
Sounds good.
First roll.
How do we do the saving throws? Just like what it says under. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you have.
Okay. I have a +6 to this.
19.
19, nice.
I have a +6 to this. I said 9.
Okay, so Judas, you see is a bit odd, maybe concerning. My flat. As you're standing there, you hear because the stable is like kind of like attached to a farmhouse. And as you're getting into the stable, you look at that, and it's concerning. But you hear, or maybe you think you hear, inside the house, like this kind of a low kind of growl, but more like a breathing, like something sleeping. Yeah, that's what you hear inside.
Okay. Can I roll investigation? Because immediately I'm perking up with clues.
Yes.
Sense.
What are you looking for?
The source of this noise, and
I don't know if you would allow Judas to help, but like Judas would probably kind of like, how would say,
you don't hear the noise, so.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is Wafla just like doing things together and immediately just like wandering off. I do have advantage on searching for clues, but thank you.
Okay. I love the glasses I keep having.
Oh boy, that's an 8. That is highest investigation is 14.
Okay, I think as you're kind of like, I'm imagining you maybe like circle the house, like try and look through the windows, stuff like that, or yeah, unless you have other days of way looking for clues. But I think like if you're walking around and maybe like you get to the back and you look through some of the windows, you stop hearing the noise, but you swear you see something move inside the house, like going around the corner. You can't really see what it is. You're not quite sure, but as you're looking through, you do see, like, around the moment that the noise stops, the growling stops, the breathing, you could swear you could see something move inside, but you're not sure what it is.
Okay, I turn to Ingrid and go like, the residents here are not that hospitable. I saw a glimpse through the window, but no eye contact, no nothing. I think we're being avoided, and therefore we were expected. What do you think?
Well, the people in the village, you saw someone.
Someone through the house, something, smudge, a shadow.
Well, we better go and make ourselves known and say hello. You think it's more suspicious than that?
Well, suspicion is only the first intuition towards finding out what's going on. I think we got a mystery on our hands, and unfurls them out of the pocket. These hands are made for bringing them to light. It's way cornier than it sounds.
In the meantime, I think this sense thing, it seems to work as anything that we do is creating sound, smells, I assume, as well. But there doesn't seem to be anything else coming outside of that. Perhaps we should, if we find this person in the house, they can clear some things up, or we'll see if we can hear them. I hope.
Actually, Judas, you were there with me, right? Did you hear something?
Yeah, so as this happens, I imagine Judas has left, like has tied or like put the horses in the stables.
Yeah, yeah.
As they were having a look around, did I see anything else in the stables? Like, does other than these claw marks that you mentioned on the bags of feed, is there any more signs of like aggression or struggle or
No, I
anything like
think
that?
yeah, I think that's the odd thing. You don't see any like because obviously the it's like claw marks. You'd expect it to be an animal. You don't see any like paw prints. You don't see any blood. You don't see any kind of struggle. Like everything is almost intact except for those bags, which makes it all the more weird. But other than that, you don't really see anything.
Okay, then yeah, Judas will put the first 2 or 3 horses that he had with him inside, and kind of like give them the bags of feed so they're fed and safe. And my gesture to some of the others that still haven't arrived to, like, it's safe. The awesome claw marks inside, but I haven't really seen any other sign of aggression or struggle. I can't figure out what that would be, but at least for now, the stables seem to be safe. And at that point, like you ask about that, it's like, you, did I hear you say there's someone inside?
I heard something. There's a clue afoot. I saw a thing in the window, and then disappeared. You saw nothing, heard nothing, smelled nothing. The third one's the weirdest, I think.
Yeah, I would imagine the stables don't smell of stables.
Nope, you don't smell anything.
And so Judas would say, yeah, I no horse smells or anything else.
Must be very clean horses.
Yeah, I'm sure that is why there's no smells. Judas is kind of like a bit, no, there's clearly something else.
Let's go and say hello. What harm can it do?
What are the other three? What are they doing? Where are they?
Willow's going to use the Staff of the Python. And so Willow has this magic item, which is a staff, and can use it to like use a command word and kind of throw it out there, and it turns into a giant constrictor snake. And you see a dark grayish snake with black splatters around it, like this pattern. And it is, I believe, a giant constrictor snake is a huge beast, so it's quite big. And yeah, you see this giant creature turn up, and Willow would go towards it and be like, Copley, do you hear something? Can you smell? And the idea is to make Copley do any noises or like move stuff to see if sounds are or like any sensory stuff is perceptible if Copley does it. And Copley is short for Coprinopsis atramentaria, which is the Latin name for the inky cap.
Do you I don't remember, does the snake speak? Or do you speak to does that work?
I'm not trying to like have actual conversation with snakes.
Okay, you're
just like
just
commanding
yeah.
it to make like
Yeah, yeah.
noise and like see its reaction, if it can like, or if it reacts weirdly that it can't smell or something.
I love that Willow called their snake essentially Snake.
What the yeah, wait. No, what's called ink, like the inky cap, no? Like the
specific kind of snake.
No,
oh
the
yeah.
inky
No,
cap is
no,
a
the
mushroom.
mushroom.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's also like black and grayish white.
Oh, nice.
That's very
So, but like, Willow calls the snake Kopri
yeah.
as like a nickname in short.
I think like the Capri
Oh, yeah. So
starts
how it works is like I can mentally command it. I don't actually have to talk. It's just
yeah, that works. No, that works. I think like there's that it. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really talk to you, so it can't really relay the information. But you can tell from kind of the body language that it's also being thrown off by something. Like it's not reacting the same way horses did, but it's if anything, it looks confused. From which you can gather that you're not sure if it can smell anything, but definitely something is making it confused, and it might as well be that.
Can Kopri make noises? Like, can we hear like when Ingrid threw the stone?
Yeah.
It made the noise. So we can
Yeah, I
hear.
will say like as Capri sort of like slithers, you can hear that.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna keep Kopri outside for now. Just like lazily walk next to it.
Okay. Daisy and Kyron.
Okay. So Chiron looks at Daisy and says, should we go check out if there are any people still in these houses or in the store?
I think that might be a good idea. See what's
Yeah,
going on.
what if they're all scared and hiding in the basements or something? Do you
I
want to
don't think we're
go
too
knock on the
scary.
door?
Sure.
Well, we're not scary, but like everything else is.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I can go and say hello to people.
Okay, let's go to that store perhaps. Okay, so I will say that Chiron kind of like makes his way to the store, kind of like knocks on the door and then says, "Hello, is there anybody in there? We've been sent to record the devastation and hi."
Before we go and see if anyone answers, we're going to switch over to the people at the farm. So that is Raflot, Judas, and Ingrid, I believe. And because you wanted to go inside, right? Because you saw something move.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, like next to the door, as with some of the other houses, you see that the lantern is lit, but inside it's dark. But you'll have torches with you. It's fine. You go maybe and knock on. No one answers, but the door is unlocked. Do you walk in?
Yeah, I'll like push it open and just hold my shield up, like ready just in case something jumps out at us or something like that.
So you walk in and you kind of like look at your torch around and it seems fine. Like the house seems intact. You don't see anything move from what you can gather. However, as you like move your torch, you see two things. You see first on the ground there is a body completely burned, like slumped against the wall. And above that, that's the second thing. You see in blood written, why?
This is a job for me. And I immediately just like go over to the body.
You're the first person I've met to be excited by a sight like this, I have to say.
This is not your thing?
Oh, well, not exactly, but it's not happiness inducing, I would say.
Well, it's not about happiness. It's all about figuring out where the love went. And I don't think it went here.
No, definitely not. Does this body look like it's recent or not?
I would say give me a medicine, and Raflot, if you want to investigate this, you can give me your investigation.
Investigation. You immediately take off my
they
shades because it's too dark to see.
Yeah.
If they concentrate on the body, Judas will concentrate on the wall and the blood and try to figure out that as well.
Ooh, that is a 24 investigation.
Ooh, okay.
I got 21.
21 for the medicine.
Nice.
Okay. And what did Judas get?
A 5.
Okay, Judas, you don't get anything from the. It's blood in the wall. Ingrid, you can tell with the medicine check that this is. If you had to take a guess, maybe like 1 day, like it's not like it's like not like it's smoldering or anything, but it's been here for at least a day. You're pretty certain no more than 2 days. And Flot, what specifically are you looking for with your information?
On the body, if there is, if it is fast, if there is anything that survived, right? So materials, clothing, like what kind of thing were they wearing when they died?
Yeah, you see, like the clothing is kind of like molten or like kind of attached to like the way it would be when it's burned. If you do you like go through like any pockets or anything? If you go, yeah, exactly. If you go through, you end up finding a ring, which is a little bit like has some like soot on it. It looks to be maybe, from what you can tell, a wedding ring. You can't really read the engraving. But yeah, as you hold it though, can I have a wisdom save?
Oh boy, hold on. Yes, you can. That is going to be 13.
13. You hold the ring and you start hearing at the back of your head a ticking noise, like a clock. And you can't really find the source. You don't see a clock, and sometimes it also skips a beat or like goes like twice. It's not really consistent. But also anyone inside, I would like to have a charisma save from all of you.
Charisma.
Fantastic.
That's
one
only
who's
the 3
inside-
inside.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, 3. Yeah, only who's inside here.
19.
10.
Nat 1!
Amazing. Okay.
Judas is going to be babysitting us.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Yes!
I think like the thing that happens, you're holding this ring, you start hearing this ticking noise, confused, and for a moment you drop the ring, but not because you let go of it, but because it fell through your hand. As you kind of like look at yourself, and you've not become entirely transparent, but you're definitely not fully solid currently, and you're not really sure why.
Mhm.
You
no.
also feel a little bit zoned out, kind of, as you're standing there.
Is
Well,
that
I
sorry,
did say
missed
Ruflot is
that.
going to come back and haunt us as a ghost. I didn't know it would be so
That was right.
fast.
All right. Judas, Ingrid, Boo.
Do we see the same? Is it
Yeah, what do we
disappearing to
see?
us?
Yeah, you see the same. And I think if any of you were to touch them, you also it doesn't go through entirely, but definitely isn't very entirely solid anymore.
Have I ever heard in my studies or read about something like this? Like, do I know what this is? Is it a spell? Is it an illusion?
I can tell you, don't have to roll for it. I can tell you this right now. You have not seen this before. You don't know what this is.
All right. So should I roll for any additional information that I might get, or is that I have no idea?
You have no idea. Trust me.
Okay.
Right, well, maybe
and
don't touch that ring, anybody. Seems
yeah,
like a bad
Judas
idea.
is not touching Ruflot. Like, no, that this I
Yeah.
don't want this to spread.
Okay.
So
seems-
he will probably ask you, what did you touch? What did you do? Did you touch anything? Did you find something?
I found the wedding band and it went through my hand. So I'm not getting married anytime soon.
Well,
And you had said that there was text on the ring that they couldn't read it, but was it because it's melted or because
Yeah, it's
okay.
damaged. That's why I
Okay,
can't
it's
read
not
it.
like a weird rune type
No,
of
no,
situation.
Couldn't read what was on it. Then, add this to the list of mysteries. Me.
Amazing. We're gonna move away from this moment before, and then we're going to the others at the store. Unless Willow, are you going either direction? You've seen one part of your party that way, the other part towards the other direction towards the store. Are you going to stay outside? Willow? Toto?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, you've seen one part of your party going to the farmhouse, the other going the opposite direction to the cheese shop. Are you staying outside, or are you joining any of them?
I mean, I am outside with Corby, which is like quite big, so
Yeah.
I would go. I think my I think Hiron said that they were going somewhere to like ask and see if there are people, right?
Yeah.
I think Willow's not going to do that. He's just gonna go
Okay.
to whatever the other group is. Like, okay, I don't want to talk to people.
Okay, so you're
So-
moving your way towards a farmhouse and
Probably to the farmhouse, but like trying to like stay outside, kind of keeping
Okay.
watch. So whatever
Yeah.
happens outside, and if they hear noise from the inside or like
Yeah.
people asking for help, they would go inside.
Okay. Then Daisy and Kyron, you were going up to the cheese shop. Kyron, you knocked on and you asked if there was anyone home. You you don't hear anything. You do see if you look through like sort of like window in the door that there's like a flicker of light, maybe like a candle. You're not sure, but you don't hear anything. But then when you try a door handle, it is not locked. Do you go inside? Or Daisy?
So
You hear you will say Kyron, and you will in your head hear like go investigate. Might be fun.
Chiron just like Daisy might be able to see this, but Chiron's hands are trembling as he's holding onto the sword, and then he very slowly pushes the door open, and then he holds up the sword to his face and he says, "Zychus, I'm really scared right now, so do what you want."
Good. That's how I like it. You're doing a good job.
Chiron would like to use his Eldritch Sight, by which he can use Detect Magic at will. So he'd try to use
Yes.
Detect Magic to see if there's anything fishy over
Ooh.
here.
Okay. Yeah. So wait, what do you detect? Just if there's anything? Or just,
He's just casting Detect Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if there's any strange trail of magic or anything weird that's happening around here.
Alright. Also, I think thank you, Toto, for the donation. I don't know if there was any reward attached. I can't see.
No,
I
I
don't
didn't
think
attach
yeah,
anything,
okay.
but I'm
That's
just gonna
good.
say this: if anyone's going to donate $10, we are at 690.
Oh, yeah, that's
Wow.
true.
Already?
And there's also charity
That is so-
incentives. Yeah, there's charity incentives that you can use to help players, or in Ruben's case, they
Kill me.
really want you to just screw them over. So you can do that. But yeah, you cast Attack Magic. You feel it's odd. You have done Detect Magic before, I assume, and usually when you do it, you can kind of tell, if there's magic around you, maybe roughly the direction of it, and also maybe what kind of magic it is. And you definitely sense magic all around you as far as the radius goes, but you can't quite figure out what kind it is. It some of it feels maybe illusion, but not sure. It doesn't feel like you're. It's weird, and it kind of creeps you out a little bit that you don't actually know what it is. But there is definitely magic in the air around you. You just don't know what it is, and you hear in your head, you hear Zyka go like, interesting, fun.
Do you sense anything, Zychus?
The same as you, friend.
Don't call me.
Keep going. Yeah, and you and Daisy step inside. Daisy, I mean both of you, but you see the house. It's a cheese shop. You see like there is on a counter like a little candle that's lit. You see the cheeses are on the rack. They're, as far as you can tell, intact. You're not sure from here. But yeah, there's definitely like a little like tea light lit, and you know that they don't last forever. So someone might have turned on. You don't know, or like lit it. You don't know who. You also see if you're walking around. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, Chiron would walk around. Chiron would also try to see if there's any human presence he can detect. Like perhaps signs of people who are eating or drinking tea or something of the sort.
Okay. Also, I just see the donation from like what's it say? if possible, Anna, please use the word wretched once. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, I will try this. Okay. Also, thank you, Leo, for matching donations. That's really awesome, and thank you, Magpie, obviously, for your donation. I will try my best to use the word wretched. I don't know why, but sure. Yeah. Daisy and Kyron, but Daisy, you're taller. You see this first. There is behind the counter. There is a mirror, and when you look in the mirror, you get a headache.
Okay. Daisy will kind of sort of stare at herself for a second. We'll try and work out what's going on, and then they will look back down to Chiron, just sort of like, "Are you getting some kind of like, I don't even know, like, I feel odd, but not like regular odd, like a different kind of odd, like bad odd."
I think I know what you mean. It's this place, it's flooded with magic. I don't know what kind it is or who cast it, but it feels like I'm swimming. It's just waves and waves of magic all around. Never felt like this before. It's weird and odd, and I don't like it. Don't like it at all. Uh, uh
Hang on,
what
let me
made
let
it so
me.
weird? Was there
Sorry.
anything specific?
Wait, sorry, I just had to realize that the word suggestion was from Leo. I think there's too many things happening in chat. Sorry, what was the question? If it was to me, I don't know. Or what are you looking for?
Okay, so Chiron will look around for any sort of human presence or, signs of people perhaps eating or drinking, or he'll just investigate the entire area for anything that seems awry, signs of damage perhaps hidden entrances, basements, because he does think people might be hiding in the basements, that kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, you go look around. Everything seems intact. It's odd. It's like someone who was there just got up and left. Yes, they see it.
Can I do something ill-advised?
Sure, always.
So Daisy is going to go up to the mirror. Is kind of
Uh-huh.
going to stare into. I don't like how you said that. Um, is going to putter their way up to the mirror. Is going to sort of do like a couple of little like pug head tilts to see if it copies.
Okay.
Is the mirror mirroring?
First of all, give me a wisdom save.
Oh, that thing I'm really good at. That's a 12.
All right. So what happens is you look at the mirror. You have this intense headache still looking at it. And you look and you try and move, and it does copy. However, you for a moment you swear that in the back there's like these eyes popping up before they vanish, and the headache stops.
Right. I don't like that because we're not friends and you're not allowed to put things in my background. So she's going to splunk her hand against the mirror.
Is Chiron seeing all of this happen?
I will say that you're just maybe finishing like walking around this other room and coming back and seeing that just as you walk in. Seeing just Daisy just plonk a hand against the mirror. But yes, Daisy, what do you want to do?
It's just a cautionary don't do that. That's not nice.
Fair. Okay.
Well, it was nice knowing you.
Karen, you come around the corner, you see this, and you do hear in your head like, "Oh, that seems fun. Why didn't you go take a look?"
Really, Zykus? Like,
Yes.
my friend is in trouble, and you're telling me to fine, whatever. And then
Chiron, that
Chiron,
mirror's not friendly.
I know, but I don't have a choice. Are you okay? Did it do something to you? And
It made all
before
things appear.
what? Fuck.
Like in the background, there was eyes looking at me. I wouldn't recommend looking in it.
Okay, you stay away from it. I'm just gonna go take a quick close look. And Chiron will use detect magic again, and then he'll
Okay.
approach.
So first, when you approach it, you also get a headache when you look at it, and then you cast detect magic on it. And can I have a wisdom save? What do you think saves were incentives, charity incentives?
Catchphrase of the game. Make me a
I'm not
wisdom
very
save.
wise.
Yeah.
I've got intelligence and wisdom as a dumpster.
This is
Oh,
what
yeah,
you
but
get
yeah,
for
that's
going
right.
into rooms.
Yeah. Okay, Kyron, what do you roll?
23.
23. Okay, nice. I will say, as you cast Detect Magic on it, the headache also stops, but it's kind of like you cast it, and you feel kind of almost like reverberate against the mirror, and for a moment you feel like the headache first gets really intense and then stops, and you don't know what happened, but you feel like you've just avoided potentially damage to your actual brain by doing that. So you kind of like you cast it, you feel it get really intense, and then stop, and then also you stop the spell before it gets worse.
Karen, do you want me to fix it?
No, do not touch it. I don't know what's in there. For all
Oh,
we
I
know,
wasn't
it
going
could
to
just.
touch you with my hands.
Daisy, what if it unleashes some sort of hell beast into the world?
I don't think something that big could fit between the mirror and the wall.
You know, you're really cute and I like you, but I'm really scared about you.
Oh, see, now I'm not meant to be scary. It's so
No,
I
no,
have
I'm
the
scared
axe.
for you, not about you.
Oh,
I'm scared for you. Yes.
well, that's why I pair myself up with clever people.
You see, I'm not very clever either. I'm just stupid. um,
I don't think that.
so Chiron will he investigates the place and he didn't see anything else, right?
No, you don't really see anything. I will say, meanwhile, Willow, while you're outside, you see in the distance a figure, a humanoid, maybe like smaller, come like almost like run towards you. And when they get close, you can see this dwarf, kind of like brown skin, like a very thick black curly hair, and like a sort of like a beard, feminine appearing, young. Maybe you guess, maybe like 1920 or something, and she kind of runs up to you like, oh, people, uh, where is everyone? And you can see she looks a bit like panicked and has like a couple of scrapes on her. Toto. I is going to Willow.
Sorry, the mic was muted.
Oh, okay.
Willow is a little overwhelmed with like random people coming up to them, and like also like, does this person who walks towards me just ignore the fact that there's a giant snake next to me?
I think it's a moment of like of she sees a person, is like really like happy to see a person, and the moment sort of like she stops and talks to you, and then sort of because it's dark, right, and so it then it gets closer and then looks up like, ah!
Yeah, so it's like Willa's like they are like it's just like about was like kind of petting Copri. It's just like spending time outside with the snakes. Like looks at this random people coming up to them. It's just like, hello, how can I help?
It's like, you're like doesn't even look at you, just looks at the snake. Like, you're the only person I've encountered in the past hour or two. Is that your friend?
Oh yes, this is Copri.
Okay.
Say hi, Copri. Copri is just like slithering the tongue out and just staring this person down, but it's like not maliciously, just looking at them. But it's kind of scary because it's a very big snake.
Yeah, you see, you're just like, okay. Do you know what happened? I was just gone. Like I live here, and I there's this woman that lives on the edge of town, and I sometimes go and help her with stuff, especially now. And I went to leave this morning. I just came back. Everyone's gone. I can't find anyone.
It's like Willow's just having a moment of like, new person, stranger, talk to them.
Yeah. So the others hear the commotion outside.
Yeah,
Willow,
I think
and
Willow would
full
be like,
silence. Do we
Willow
hear
would
that?
like just look at Copri. Is like, Copri, please keep this person safe and look out for them, and then turn to the person like, I'll go get help.
Leaving me with a
Come-
snake?
Copy is nice. And then just
Okay.
walks into the farmhouse,
Just
just
like-
like looking for people. Willow knows is like looking
So
around.
you're just like,
What do I
hi to the snake, like unsure.
what do I see when I go into the farmhouse? What's everyone up to?
You see, like, essentially, I think you just walk in a moment where Rothflot stands there, kind of like, confused, and the others being like, like looking at them, like, what the hell?
There is a person outside.
A person, can you hear them?
Nice.
Yes, they walked up to me and talked to me.
Oh, fantastic. Perhaps they know what's going on.
Also, is your hand missing? I look over to Rufflot.
Yes.
Whole
It's-
body is
odd.
just.
It's a whole story, and I don't know the beginning, middle, or the end of it, and we're gonna
None
find
of us
out.
do.
I'm
But,
sorry for your loss. Outside is a person. Someone please come and talk to them.
I would.
Jess will probably head
Yeah.
straight
Go.
up because
Yeah.
we need to
Yeah.
know what's happening.
I don't know if Daisy and Chiron are also because you're also hear this. I think you would be even closer or here
Yeah.
because the farmhouse is a little bit further, like in a different street. But yeah.
But what I said I did go to where the farmhouse was just standing outside.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
oh, okay. Wait, you were near the okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
then,
that's
but
I
they,
said
yeah,
I was
okay.
near
But
the
yeah.
farmhouse. Yeah,
Okay,
that's
I
what
thought you were
before
on
they
your
went.
way. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah, don't. But they hear it as well. Maybe a little bit. You hear a bit distant, but yeah. But Judas, Ingrid, and Flot, you get outside, and you also see this young dwarf standing there, who is like looking very terrified as this massive snake. But then I think like hears maybe you coming and goes like, "Oh, more people.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. I'd give you a hand, but as you can see,
Uh,
I turn to
okay.
Daisy. I turn to Daisy. It's time. Detective
Oh.
Bureau.
Are we detectiving?
We're detectiving. There's a mystery afoot.
Hang on.
Oh.
Are we detectiving?
We do the pose.
Oh, both of you take inspiration for that. Amazing.
Death is fleeting, and we're here to figure things out.
The rain's falling from the sky and it's probably gonna make puddles.
I'm so fucking proud of you.
Ingrid just
I
shakes
feel
her
like
head.
Willow is very confused. It's like people changed a lot since I was gone.
It's okay.
Oh my God.
Look, my name is Ingrid. We're here to help. Can you tell
Okay.
us what's going on?
Well, I left this morning. There is this woman I said to your friend who lives outside the city, is old woman, and sometimes they go and help her. So I left this morning, and then when I came back a couple hours, like maybe 2 hours, I don't know. I came back and everyone was gone, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I can't find anyone. I can't find my parents.
Don't worry. It's all gonna be.
And you
okay.
can see she's like visibly upset.
Oh, Ingrid kind of like gets in there and like goes to like put a comforting hand on their shoulder and is like,
Mhm.
is this okay? May I? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
gonna be okay. All right. We're
Okay.
here to help. We're gonna figure out what's going on. We'll get to the bottom of it. We'll find your parents.
Can
Yeah.
I roll insight on this person?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I'm looking for a lie, specifically if they're telling the truth,
Okay.
which gives me advantage for some reason.
Yeah. Go
Wait,
ahead.
hold on.
Was the body that we found in the house, what size are they?
Okay, wait, what did you get, Erwin?
I have a natural 20.
Hey! Okay.
that in
I'll
total?
get to you, Aaron, in a second. Yeah, what's the total? Of the roll?
Oh, the total
Yeah.
is...
Doesn't matter, I just
well,
want to know anyway. Just in
it's
case.
inside is just plus 21. It's, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. But still, natural 20, natural 20. You look at her and you, with a natural 20, you can tell that she's telling the truth, but there's something off. And you have a feeling that it's not necessarily to do with her intentions, but there's something off with her, but then again, there's also something off with you at the moment. But you can tell that she's telling the truth, and this is what at least she believes and what she's experienced or thinks she has experienced. But yeah, that's what you can tell.
I think I shoot a quick glance at Judas and go like, detect magic.
Well, I don't want to meta game, but as someone with detect magic active at the moment, and
Okay, you don't.
Yeah, so it's just
I
going
thought
I
you
would
was
not
using-
use my precious spell slots which when I have it active for an hour.
Yeah, Kyron has it on. Yeah, I guess Kyron, you actually, Kyron, you noticed two things. Not just about her, but also about Horflot, who you now is as you're like getting there is you see is not entirely solid. And I think you noticed that this dwarven young woman has a similar kind of magic coming vaguely off of her that you felt earlier, but so does Horflot at the moment, and it's a bit weird.
So, can I tell what sort of magic it is? What school of magic? it is?
No, so this is the thing that you also had the issue before. You can't really tell, and that's kind of like the uncomfortable bit that you're not normally you would be able to, but like I said, it feels maybe like illusion, but not quite, and like it's not illusion pure, but it's also not. It might be something else. You're not. Maybe it's something new. You don't really know.
So, Chiron will kind of like, run up to Rufflot and say, "Are you okay?"
I'm fucking semi-permeable.
Yeah, you are. And that's not the worst bit. The worst bit is that this entire place is drowning in this weird, unsettling magic, and I feel it from you. And now you too. And he points at the dwarven woman.
Excuse me. Does that you're not being fully visible is magical?
I suppose so.
Something happened in the bar.
I would like to dispel magic on Rufflot.
Okay, before that, also, Aaron, you asked if the body inside was.
Mainly to know if it was like a dwarven.
It was, but you also know that this area, the whole area of Bin has a high dwarf population, so it's not necessarily saying anything.
We didn't necessarily stumble into this girl's parents.
No, you don't know, but it.
Okay, not
yeah,
yet.
Exactly. No, you didn't know. Yeah, but it was dwarven. Dispel magic. You're a druid. Can I have a wisdom save?
Okay.
As you call-
So should I cast first and then do the save?
You're casting, and now I want to wisdom save.
So I'm casting first.
Yeah.
Okay, just let me cast.
Yeah.
So I cast this magic. And now I'm gonna roll this wisdom save, right? 1 sec. This is a save. That's 22. I don't know why. 24. Sorry.
Okay. You so what are you trying to dispel? I'm assuming you're trying to dispel whatever is on.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'll say is that you briefly with the 20 from the wisdom save, you're trying to spell magic, and you can kind of see reflects sort of flicker kind of back to solid before slowly fading into the sort of half permittable again. And you feel kind of like as you cast it, you feel this like intense like ringing in your head, which then stops because you passed above table your wisdom save. So the spell didn't work. And I'm gonna say that has nothing to do with wisdom save. That has to do with what's going on, which you'll figure out later why this didn't work. But at least let me say this: that you avoided worse by casting by doing this.
Yes, I would like to, I see that didn't turn Wolflot back to the original state of them, and that is a little weird. And I like to think about if magic works at all, like our magic.
Yeah. I think what you can tell is that the spell worked, but I think I think what you can get at this point is that whatever magic is here, it's stronger than you are, and that's why you can't figure it out. Why you can't stop it.
Okay, so what I get from this is just that it is very strong magic around us.
Yeah, it's very strong, and you're currently not able to dispel it. The spell worked briefly, but it wasn't strong enough to permanently get rid of it.
Okay.
All right.
Willow
So
looks a little dejected at not being able to help us. It's like, sorry about that.
all good. I'm not opposed to being the first semi-permeable detective in the world. I hope my sidekick is ready to deal with the repercussions of that. First, I want to focus my attention on you, young lady. Do you happen to have a house that is a farmhouse that is not far from here?
No, my house is further in the city. I was trying to. I only could briefly go, and then there was something there, like something. I don't know. Couldn't see what it was, but it sort of shot in front of me, and I tripped, and you can see like she has a couple of scrapes. And I was trying to look. I know my grandmother lives further, but I was too scared. So, do you want to help me look?
I'm gonna roll to see. It's just like a charisma throw because I have bad
Yeah.
charisma and I want to see if I know how to handle myself. That's a 0.
Okay, so what does that do?
I do it full 180 and run off, and just stand farther away.
Okay.
Okay, this woman looks like confused.
Why don't we will go and look
Daisy,
with
Daisy, help!
before as she goes, I will just tap Daisy on the shoulder and murmur to her, just light go with you. And I'm going to use my vigilant blessing, which allows me to give one creature advantage on the next initiative roll they make, just in case.
Okay. Fair enough.
Chiron will
thanks.
approach the woman, the dwarven woman,
Uh-huh.
and then.
Okay, wait.
Maria,
Wait. Yep. Wait, so before we do that, Daisy, what did you want to say? And then we'll get to
She was gonna go and catch up with her fellow detective.
You're both standing there at a distance. Okay.
She's sort of halfway through. She's doing that thing. Do you know when you're walking with a group and then like one goes off one way, one goes the other, and someone's just stood in the middle, like, huh?
Uh-huh.
They're doing that.
Okay. Kyron, what do you want to do? And also, Judas, I don't know if Judas, are you just observing this from a bit, or?
I'll let Kyron go, and then I'll
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So Chiron will approach the dwarven woman and say, "Hi, hello. Do you know anything about this village? It doesn't seem like anybody lives here anymore. Like we checked.
Well,
some of
that's
the
what
store."
that's what I'm saying. I live here, and this morning I left, and it was fine, and I came back, and everyone's gone.
Okay. Do you know how many people lived here? Like, do you know where they could have gone?
A lot. I don't know exactly, but a lot. I don't know. I really don't.
What
That's why I'm
happened
so
in the
glad I
morning?
ran into you, because I don't. I
It's
thought
okay.
everyone was
It's
going.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're here to check things out. We'll help you. We'll help you. Can you tell us how it was before you left?
I mean, it was fine. We didn't have much damage. I think. Yeah. People were just doing their daily things. Sorry, I don't know how to answer it. It was fine.
Okay. And then you left. What time did you leave?
Early in the morning. Like I said, I there's a woman that I wanted to help on the outskirts of the town.
Okay.
I go to
Did you
her every couple days.
Did you manage to get to her?
Yeah. She was fine. I had some food for her, and then I left. Come back, and everyone was gone.
So nothing happened. Everything was fine. You left, and then you came back, and this is all. So we've been here for quite some time, and I don't think we've seen a single person around here at all. And strange things are happening.
Yeah.
Like This guy.
Can you? I just wanted to go. Like I couldn't get to my parents. I want to try and see if my grandmother is there. Could you? I'm too scared to go alone.
Sure, I'll come with you. Which house is it?
It's further down in the city. I can take you. I know my way. I grew up here. I know my way around.
We'll go with you.
Yeah, sure. We'll come.
Yeah,
From the back.
Judas
Yeah.
mind will kind of like turn around and say,
Mhm.
I really don't think it's a good idea to split. I think this, if there is one thing we know, is that this place is clearly something's going on. It is unsafe. So if we could like at least be at a closer distance from each other, I think that would possibly facilitate our task here. And he will turn to the dwarf and say, "It's all right. We're here to help. We've been sent by the government to oversee the situation. If you would kindly lead us, we will try and help and figure out what's happening and find your family."
Okay, thank you. My name's Jenna, by the way.
Lovely to meet you, Jenna.
Judas will say, "I'm Judas. Nice to meet you, Jenna."
Thank you. And as you do all round introductions, Jenna leads you on, and I think that we're gonna have to take a break. I will say though, we're 25 off from the 750 goal, which means that we would unlock the extra giveaway, Aaron's NPC or basket or PC, whatever you want to use. So yeah, thanks everyone already for the donations, and we're gonna go to a quick break. Steve, if you wouldn't mind. Hello. We are back. Cool. Yeah, we're back. And for only $25 off of the goal for 750, when we give away one of Aaron's milestone giveaways, which is really cool. Also, there is charity incentive still if you wanted to aid this group, or I don't know who's breathing into the mic. If you wanted to aid this group, or in Ruben's case, destroy the character.
Kill me.
So you can do that, but yeah, let's continue. You enter this town, no one there, strange things happening, and you run into a young dwarf called Jenna, who says that she lives here and that she left this morning to go help an older woman outside of town, and when she came back, everyone was gone. You have agreed to help her go to her house, or on the way try and check on with her grandmother, because she's scared. And so she leads you through with us. Yes, but I'm not on Twitch, I think.
Oh no.
And Steve is saying, okay, Steve
Okay.
saying I'm back. Yes, I'm back. Okay, cool. I'm back. Okay, I vanished. You see me vanish in this sound. No, you say it's still
Narrative.
deserted. Yeah, it's still deserted. You still don't hear any, smell anything. The only thing you hear is sound you're making. As you walk, Daisy, you see something moving constantly from a corner of your eye, and every time you look, there's nothing really there. Who here has a passive perception above 16?
Me.
Okay. You too. Okay. You see, I think maybe Daisy's gonna look around and try and figure it out. The two of you see sometimes this sort of like shadowy figure kind of darting in between streets, not really doing anything from what you can gather. Daisy, you do feel kind of like constantly really disoriented by this. I will say for the next hour you have a disadvantage on perception checks, because you're really disoriented by whatever's happening. Something's like constantly sort of pulling in your vision, and you're looking around. But Willow and Warflot, you do sometimes see something flitting between streets, but it doesn't seem to come closer. But it seemed to follow.
Willow, did you clock that?
Yes. Do you also saw it?
I did. Went that away.
That's not something that is normal, right?
Was too fast for anything I've ever seen move. think
Can we tell that Daisy is having a hard time? Like,
I'm gonna ask Daisy. What are
like
you?
how openly do you show that you are not having a
She-
good time, Daisy? Like things are being not the usual for you.
Yeah, she's definitely so kind of acts up, sort of two-handed wield, and is the second she turns, her tail whips round, is kind of just straight down one street. And then I think after a while, we'll just listen, whatever game you're playing at, it's not nice. There's something going on.
there is. That's why we got these on.
What did you see, Daisy?
Judas was also kind of like with Ingrid, kind of like, yeah, what's happening?
There's anytime I try and look forwards, there's something to my left or something to my left or something to my right. I don't know.
Shadow.
It's kind of like little creatures or something just whizzing their way around. And they're not being friendly about it.
No, Willow and I saw something move just after you tripped. Gracefully, I might add. And it went that way.
Do we
Now,
follow it?
here's the thing. I think Judas made a great point by saying we shouldn't split up, and actually I shouldn't run off uncharismatically anymore. But that thing, if left unexamined, unchased, it might come back to hurt us.
Let's keep a vigilant eye. Perhaps we'll see together.
Kyron, you hear in your head like, yes, you should. Why don't you go look into it?
Again? No.
Yes, that was part of the deal.
Fine. Fine.
Question: Is
Fine,
Kyron doing the answering out loud?
Yes,
I
yes.
was
He's
asked the same thing.
constantly yes.
Muttering.
He's mumbling. He's mumbling, yeah.
Okay.
And you always see him sort of like twitch and hold on to the scabbard of his greatsword, and like, yeah, that's when he mutters.
And Judas will probably turn to Kyron and say, "Is there something you want to share with the class?"
No, I just need to go check something out.
Hold
And
on. Don't just run off.
I'm
We're
not
staying
running
together.
off. Well, you guys can come with me then.
No, we're not gonna leave this gentle lady behind.
Jenna's been very confused and like sort of scared.
You need to check out her house.
We could go on a detour.
Fine. I'll be back in a couple of seconds. Just a couple of seconds.
No, I'm going with you. You're not going on alone.
You're literally transparent as we speak. You sure you want to do
Means-
that?
Any sword will pass semi through me. I'll be fine.
Is Rufflot just like transparency through?
It's
Or
kind of
Is it getting worse?
they
Is this the
are they
same?
still able to like touch things? Is what I'm asking.
they can still touch things, but it's kind of like it takes you more effort, and it's not fully see-through. It's kind of like partial. You know, like those windows that have like something in front of front doors where it's like sort of this pattern, so you can see move behind, but you can't really see exactly. Kind of like that. It's semi. But yeah, you can still touch things, and others can touch you, but it kind of sinks half through.
Ah, my organs.
You can't see that because you're wearing clothes. But if you took them off, you might freeze to death first, and then.
Anatomy lesson, yeah.
I will say though. So I don't know. Are you moving or are you going? What's the plan?
So
Well, the
Chiron
question
will
is Kyron running away?
Chiron will like, I guess since Rufflot wants to come, Chiron will kind of like, ask Rufflot to come along with him just so he can check this thing out.
I will turn
Yeah.
to Jenna and be like, do you mind if we take a small detour?
I mean, that's okay. You're the adventurous. You know what to do.
All right, well, hopefully it won't take too long. Oh,
Say
I think we
yes.
should all go together if we're doing this.
Jenna, why don't you tell us a little about your village? Like, what it was like
Um,
before.
Okay, I mean, There is a mines nearby. So a lot of people here work in the mines. My mom worked in the mines. My dad worked on a farm somewhere outside. People are nice generally. Lots of people here have been here for generations.
Are you all
I don't.
mostly dwarves, or is it like a mix of other kinds of?
Uh, yeah, kind of like the rest of the area. A lot of dwarfs, but our neighbor is a human, and I had I had a friend, who was a half orc. But
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah. Um, sorry, I don't have much. I don't know what
Any
else to say.
strange things about your village, like legends, myths, stories,
Um,
folklore?
no, not really. I think.
Okay,
Sorry,
I
okay.
I'm
have
not.
a DM question.
Yeah.
When she said she had a friend who was a half orc, do I have a sense that it's a was because this person, like, can I insight to feel like if there is like a like sadness
Um,
connected to that? Is like could he have been a victim of the
I
disaster?
think you don't need an insight for that because currently she seems mostly nervous and scared, so she doesn't really seem upset. You gather that if it was past tense because the person is no longer around, it will probably be.
You're gonna have to repeat that. Cut
Yeah,
out for a
sorry,
bit.
you went a little.
Oh no.
Yes.
Yes, you
I
are.
hear
It
you.
was.
Okay.
Check your
I'll repeat.
evidence.
Yes, I'll repeat really quickly. Um. Yeah. So she's more upset than anything and nervous. What you can gather is that if this was past tense because his friend is no longer around, it's probably a long time ago.
All right.
It's not recent.
Question
Okay.
real quick. The burnt corpse. Could we tell what race or what?
Probably dwarf. Dwarf.
Okay.
But as you know, that this country as a whole has a higher dwarf population, so it's not uncommon to run into. Yeah.
Gotcha.
As we're walking, I think I would have put my shield on my back, and I'm making an effort to angle it away from Jenna because I have my holy symbols,
Right.
plural,
Right. Right.
on the shield. There's like a kind of weird diagonal split of both two deities that Ingrid worships, which is Jacana and Havron, which is the gods of light and darkness, respectively, and they're kind of weirdly intermingled. So it's trying to hide that from Jenna, just on the off chance that Havron's symbol might make
Yes.
her upset. We don't want to
Yeah.
add to the issues here.
Yeah, above table, Havron is indeed a deity that one of the domains he has is of darkness, but he also has some other domains, despair and disease, and therefore, while not inherently an evil god, religion is kind of very much up to interpretation. Uh, Despite not being an inherent even god, there is a certain kind of general consensus amongst the general population about this god. Whether or not that's justified, that's up to everyone independently. But yes,
People look at Ingrid
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, sometimes people look at you funny. I was as you go all walk to follow Kyron. Where I thought you, as you pass a house along the street, you start feeling you've been feeling kind of, and ever since you kind of went semi-transparent, you've been feeling kind of zoned out and like something is missing. And you look at that house and you feel almost like a kind of familiarity with it. Can I have a wisdom save, please?
Yes, you can. Let me see. Oh, do I have to tell you what I rolled, or can I just lie?
I would like
Add
to
some
know.
charisma.
Okay, yeah. That's a 5.
Okay, you feel this sort of like familiarity with whatever is in this house, maybe, and you start. And the others see this. You start sort of mindlessly walking towards the house. The others you see Reflect just sort of walk to this house. And as you go up to this house, you open the door, and what the others see is they see Royflot disappear for a moment. Royflot, what you see, you feel almost like you faint for a moment, and when you wake up, you're inside this house. You feel whole again. You're not semi-translucent anymore. However, you are on the wall in a spider web, stuck.
Oh, no.
And you feel whole again, but you're stuck against the wall. And the others you just see Royflot disappear. Do any of you go to the house that they just entered?
Yeah, I think I would probably cast See Invisibility just in case.
Yeah, so
something
there
was
is a
made
door.
invisible.
They went. We saw them walk in
They're in
and
a
go
house.
poof.
Poof. Yeah, and then, but if you walk up, do any of you walk up to the house that they went through?
So is it passing through the door that went?
No. It's a house. It's a house. So it's
Yeah.
a regular house on the street, and they just sort of like went blank, walked to the house, opened the door, sort of not even fully stepped inside, and you just saw them vanish. No, when they went through the door.
So the moment they
Not
touched
finished,
the
like
door.
going around the corner, just.
How long has
no,
it
no,
been since of us walking?
Since you walk in from the
Since we
farmhouse?
met Jenna.
I would say maybe like 30 minutes max.
Okay, so Chiron's detect magic is still up
Yes.
because it's an hour. So
yeah, I will
Judas would
say
kind of like make everyone
Yeah.
kind of like a gesture, like stop, because we don't know, because he doesn't know if it's kind of like a thing that activates as you get closer to the house, or if it's something has been
Mhm.
triggered. So he would probably
yeah.
say, wait. And at first it's like, did everyone see that? 'Cause
I
it's just,
would
starting to
like,
question.
yeah, I would like to cast a message. It has a 120 feet range.
Do you have to see them?
No.
Okay.
The thing is, technically, you point your finger towards a creature. That means I could see it, but it also says you can cast this spell through solid object if you are familiar with the target.
I will say this: you can cast message. I will say, Chiron, you detect kind of nothing that has changed. It's the same kind of like energy. It's been constant. You've been having it up. It's been constant. The weird feeling. Daisy, I think you said you were just sort of running towards it regardless.
We're like,
and-
wait, Daisy, no!
I'm gonna say that as Judas put his arms out, he would have felt like an almighty sort of like bonk on the back of his arm as Daisy sort of nearly like tumbled over. Sort of the put out arm. She will sort of stop and then look sideways. He just we saw. They just disappeared, right? Like just
Yes, just gone. If I cast See Invisibility just on the off chance I don't see anything, do I?
I'm gonna say okay. I'm gonna do Willow. You wanted to guess a message. It's actually simple. If any of you, it's a house. Willow. You can cast your message. It comes through fine. You don't see any invisibility.
Yeah.
If anyone makes to the door opening, you see Royflot there on the wall in the web.
Yeah.
Before we continue,
I think
Yeah.
the message would just pretty much ask a reflect of they are okay and how they got up there.
Internally, you're just gonna get hear the monologue. In this darkened town, void of light, stuck as I am on this spider's web, sticky, icky, not very good for Mickey, me icky. Oh, hi.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I'm stuck in it. I'm up here now.
Yeah, I heard the whole monologue because like you could answer me in a whisper. I was like,
It was good though, right?
I feel I always was confused about people, and now I am more than ever.
And that's why I gotta figure people out. That's why I became a detective.
I don't.
Sorry, go ahead.
Do I have to become a detective to understand people?
Well, first, can you get me out of this thing?
Is it very solid? It just looks like a spider web. Is it? Can you try
You
to?
can, yeah, you feel like it doesn't look like a spider web. You do feel it's sticky, but it's not kind of the typical kind of spider silk. Like it almost feels more like wool for some reason. So you don't really know. It definitely keeps you up there because you're stuck. But yeah,
I can try.
it looks at least from the others that are on the outside. It looks like you can just cut through it.
Can I try to like free myself? I guess.
That's a bit tougher. I will give me just a strength check.
I would.
Okay.
So
Perfect for
I
me.
know. I know. Yes, Judith.
okay, well, they rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So I only do -2 to any rolls. So I rolled a 1.
okay. Judith, what did you want to do?
I was trying to give advantage, but they rolled. So.
I can use it.
You can still use it if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was.
Yeah. What do you need to cast? Do you need to cast something with that?
I was gonna. So you see, Judas has come closer to the door, and it kind of like huffs and rolls his eyes a bit, and then he extends his hands in front of him, and he touches the 2 middle fingers together, and then starts kind of like following, and essentially you can see that he's following some of the script that is on his hands, and he kind of like gets up to probably the elbow, and a spectral hand comes out of his one, and he casts his mage hand to try and help kind of like see if he can tease a little bit some of the threads of this spider web to potentially help a little bit.
Very cool. Get inspiration for that cool description.
How big is the door?
It's just a regular like door. It's just a regular house. Like you go inside, it's a regular house. What did you? When did you roll again? What'd you roll?
I rolled 12.
Okay, I will say you can get one arm out with that. If the others are helping with cutting it down, or yeah, Daisy. yeah, you get.
Daisy just lumbers in and just, do you want a hand with that? No pun intended.
I would like several hands to help me with this one, I think.
Well, I can offer this, and just the battle axe comes up.
That's why you're the sidekick.
All right, hang on. Keep your hands and legs inside the cart at all times, and they're just gonna thwack.
Easy, cuts through, easy. You don't have to roll for it. With weapons and sharp things, you can cut through.
Seeing Daisy kind of go through the door with no problem, I will cautiously make my way in as well. If it's relevant, I can now see into the ethereal plane for the next hour.
Okay.
I don't know if that's relevant.
I saw Riley's face.
Yeah. No, I'm curious. Where did you get that from? I'm just
see
trying.
Invisibility. It says you see invisible creatures and objects as if they were visible, and you can see into the ethereal plane. Ethereal creatures and objects appear ghostly and translucent.
Give me. It is not a bad thing. Give me a wisdom saving throw. I'm gonna think.
Okay, that was pretty good. Where is my character sheet? Too many things open.
The tagline of the one shot. Give me a wisdom
22.
saving.
22. Okay, you see. You don't see anything invisible, but as you sort of cast that for a brief moment, it's almost like a vision you get. You see this. You don't know where it is, but maybe on a different plane. You see this pile of rubble and bodies, and you see kind of something like it's all very fast and a lot to process, and it kind of gives you headaches. You don't try and like it's very brief. You see this rubble bodies. You see what looks like maybe a crater somewhere, and then sort of like you're like, oh no, that's too much. Like it hurts.
I think what everyone else sees is Ingrid just that as Rufflet has kind of disappeared, she makes some very quick, very practiced movements to cast this spell that are but like as it gets to the end of the casting the spell, there's like an element of uncertainty to them, like she's lost confidence in it, and then as that uncertainty kind of like lingers, you see her kind of like almost take a step back, like she's been like hit slightly, and like start shaking her head and like trying to like hold it and going, oh well, at least Raphael wasn't invisible, but there's something else going on. I saw it just a second, like rubble and the bodies and I don't know
Bodies?
where. Yeah, this spell allows me to see into the ethereal plane, but if it was in the ethereal plane, then I would still see it.
In
now,
this
but-
moment, you hear from outside, Jenna, who's been staying outside, you hear her like, Mom?
I
And
am. I would
yeah, you
still
are
be
outside. Yeah,
because
you
like
see,
my
you see
snake is too big.
Jenna. Yeah, you
Can't
see
fit the
Jenna like
door.
look towards something. She's like, Mom? And she darts off and starts running.
Goodness.
Chiron will follow her.
Okay. But also by the time Reflect you're free, Daisy's done a good job of hacking you out.
So
Yeah, go
I
do
see
that.
this happening because like
Yeah,
she
you're
does
outside.
off.
You see this
Chiron is
happening.
like
Chiron is yes.
I would like call out that Jenna ran away, but my voice is not very loud, so it's like when Willow calls, it's more this volume that I use. So everyone might not hear it, so I just send a message.
I think yeah, they heard
closest.
Jenna. They heard Jenna at least. Aaron, did you wanna do anything, Sid?
Yeah, no, I was just checking if we could hear that from inside.
Yeah. You can hear her shout. It was quite
Then
loud.
if Reflot is free, Judas is like kind of like not worrying about that anymore, and is shifting his attention to what's happening outside. So he will turn towards
Yes.
outside and see what's happening.
Okay, real
Ruben.
quick. Can I use some of this leftover spider web to sort of like lasso, like sticky lasso Jenna? Is that a thing?
Oof, it's gonna be really tough.
Perfect.
Let me see. That I think that would be. What would that be? Because it's not strength per se. I would say dex. Give me a flat dex check with disadvantage. Because these you'd have to like find a thing that's long enough, and you're inside, and Jenna was outside and running. So you'd have to be.
Amazing. Yeah. Fucking no. One of them was a nat 20.
But it's a disadvantage. Oh.
But this one is a natural 1.
Oh well, there's balance. You try and do that, and you accidentally hit Chiron, who's trying to run. So you make a perfect lasso, and you think it's good, and you hit the wrong person.
Come back here, Bronco. Wait, wrong one. And I just run out, like run past Chiron immediately. Not apologize.
Chiron, you were. Yeah, Chiron, you have you can get out of it pretty easy, but you had a lasso around you suddenly and stopped.
Chiron just stops and he just gives Rufflet like the nastiest look possible. And then he just completely ignores Rufflet and says, "Jenna, don't go out there. You don't know what's in there."
She's not. She's far ahead of you. I'm assuming at this point everyone's running after. All right.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we see something, by the way, in the direction that she's going?
I would also, like Willow.
No, you've not seen it. Well, you were outside. You didn't see anything. She just started running. I will say you follow her, and she gets onto this square. And as you get on this square, you look around and you see bodies everywhere. 10, 20, 30, maybe more of them strewn around the entire square. You see Jenna walk or like almost run up and stop like near these two bodies and like falls to her knees. It goes like, "Mom? Dad?" And as she sort of reaches for them, you see Jenna disintegrates and goes away. And you see all the bodies get up and turn to look at you. And they start screaming and they run past you. And any lights you have with you are just sort of, you're shielding yourself as these bodies run past you, screaming, panicking, like in panic, crying. And the lights that you have, the torches, even the magical light, they dim and it's completely dark. I'm going to go one by one.
I was
Ingrid. No, you can. So sorry. You're in this moment. You cannot do anything.
No, I'm
There's
not
no
trying
good
to
react.
do
Yes. Okay.
anything. I
Okay.
was like, before that, all of that happened,
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to say that I wanted to keep an eye on the shadow thing and wanted to see if
It's gone.
anything happened. But when
No.
did it vanish? Like we saw
You
it, and
don't
then I
know.
was.
It's dark. It's dark. But you don't know. It's
No,
completely
I'm not
gone.
asking for
Yeah. Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
No,
but
I know.
before
I
even.
know. It was gone. You didn't see it anymore.
So
It
we
was
only
gone.
saw it a second. That was the first time Flood and I
Yeah.
saw
Yeah.
it, and then
Yeah.
it was
And then it
just
was
gone.
gone.
It
And
didn't
then it was
linger
gone.
around.
No, it went. It left. But as it's in this moment it's dark and you hear all these bodies rush past and you hear these screams, Ingrid, you kind of see something again, and you see that you are standing in a pool of your own blood pouring from your mouth. You cannot breathe. You see that the blood sort of, as it pulls out, spreads slowly across the floor and words start forming. Tell me, what words have been left unsaid?
Ooh. I think the words would say just how and why specifically. I think Ingrid is very at this moment in time, what used to be very solid and very confident in her abilities and her magic, the sun has gone out, and half of her like entire like worldview has kind of disappeared, and she's lost access to it. But she's still getting that same level of power, presumably from Havron, but it's in a different way. So even though outwardly she's trying to project this like calm exterior and confidence that she knows what she's doing and everything, all of her magic that she has is the same and she's doing the same sorts of things, it feels very different to her, and she doesn't know why, she doesn't know how. And I think those would appear, and underneath them would be, I don't like it. It's the thing that she's scared to admit.
Right. You watch these words in blood, you watch it sink into the ground, and from it, these thorny, wretched tendrils grow, and they start wrapping around you. The bleeding stops, you can breathe again, but the tendrils wrap you tightly. Can you give me a wisdom save?
I can indeed. That would be a maths 19.
All right, let me write it down. Okay, I'll get back to you. Judas. The screams around you, the panic screams, they turn into whispers and that start sort of going into your ear almost like worms. In this moment, though, you smell something. Finally, you smell morning dew. And you look at your hands and you see these bugs crawling around you and digging into your flesh, and you try and shake them off, but you can't, and you try and scream and you find you're unable. Tell me, what is eating you alive?
It's as he's panicked and he's feeling like it's a feeling that he's very familiar with. It's this sense of being powerless and being completely out of control and being wrong and being misled and being abandoned and being lied to. So there is this sense of blame, of like wanting to blame others for what is happening, but deep down he's blaming himself. And it's just like I am sure that there is a way. There was a way. It was just I didn't find it, and it was their fault. And it was all of their fault, and I'm gonna fix it. And he's just kind of like, probably he's initially he's struggling a lot with the bugs and the situation, and then he probably stops at some point, as if like maybe he deserves this, and it's just how it's supposed to go.
All right, give me a wisdom save.
It's a natural one.
Okay, we'll get back to that in a moment. We're
You want
flawed.
to hear your GM say that. Hey, we'll table
We're
that for a second. We'll do that later.
Yeah, exactly. We're flawed, so we will get to you. These screams around you, and the shadows, they turn into people once more as they rush past, and you start seeing faces you recognize in them. People maybe that you loved, maybe people that you lost, maybe people that you hated, but they're all moving on without you. They're all moving past you. They're not sparing you a glance back over their shoulder. And maybe you try and reach for them, but you find yourself stuck in quicksand. You're not moving. You can't go with them. They're all going past you, and your legs sink slower, like slowly deeper and deeper. Tell me, when you are gone, what do you fear people will forget about you? Maybe a trait, a deed, or a word said?
Oh no, it's the fact that I was able to give them peace about something. And that without me, suddenly their anxieties about an unsolved mystery, a question they had, would return, and that it is entirely my responsibility for having done that about them, to them.
All right. You know what to roll. Give me a wisdom save.
Ah! That's a natural 4.
Okay. At least it's not on that one. That's so good. All right, Daisy. The screams turn into these angry birds that start diving down you, pecking you, poking holes into your skin with their sharpened beaks. You are trying to scream, but your screams get overshadowed by the noise of the screeches. And no matter how hard you try and maybe swing at them or swipe, you are just completely overwhelmed in this storm of birds, and you are trapped, and you don't know what to do. Tell me, when was the last time you were utterly terrified?
At the steps of Yokana's temple. Terror and loneliness, and she grips her axe close against herself, and you just hear this quiet voice say, Mama, I don't like this, and I need you to come get me. I need the light to come back on, because I don't know what I'm going to do without it.
And it was silent. Give me a wisdom save.
I hate this, actually.
Yeah, can we just unionize right now and say no, we won't?
Compadre!
If you all get like possessed and I have to fight you all, I'm just gonna run.
Yeah, you're.
All right, we were fine. We got 2 more to go. We got 2 more to go.
Back into isolation.
Yeah.
People was a mistake.
Well, speaking of Willow, Willow, the screams all vanish at once, creating an eerie silence that almost hurts your ears. The running figures turn into tendrils of smoke that wrap themselves around you, squeezing and squeezing tighter as if they're trying to push something out of you. Tell me, what is a truth you're unwilling to admit?
I think Willow, while you explain that there's the silence going, like suddenly around them is the silence, which I think while Willow thinks like this is happening, it comes back as murmurs, as like talks. People are talking, and like, but it's through like, it's like there is a barrier between it, so you know when you hear noises, you hear voices, and you hear like a party or something going on, but it's like through a door or through a wall, so you can't really, it's not as you are in there. And Willow is on the other side, like in their own silence and all alone, and looking around, and they try to open the door and go over to the other side and join these people and be part of people, be with them, and stands in the door, looks at them, and tries to tell themselves, well, I tried, I made the first step, but the truth is they didn't.
All right. Give me a wisdom save, please.
I 13.
All right. Okay. Last but not least, Chiron. The shadows, they rush past you, and you look at yourself, and you see your hands, just much like Jenna, kind of disintegrate, and then your arms and your legs, and then as you kind of accept, okay, maybe this is happening to me, maybe I'm also disappearing, it stops. It's almost like the disintegrating just stops. It doesn't go back. It doesn't continue. It's there, and but you feel it sort of pushing, like it wants to go further. You are stuck in this. You're stuck in a kind of perpetual fear of disappearing, but not fully. Something is keeping you here. Tell me, what is a mistake you made that can never be undone?
And for a second, Chiron is just drowning with this complete terror, complete horror. Like, this is the most scared he's ever felt. And then suddenly he realizes, okay, you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be too bad to disappear after all. And he doesn't say it. And then but then he simply just like, his voice trembles a little, and then he asks, depends on who's asking.
All right. I don't think you hear a question come from anyone. It's just this kind of feeling. Yeah. What is a mistake you made that could never be undone?
Uh, so he thinks back to his early life when he was this like street urchin who had a mentor, and the biggest mistake that he actually did was that he managed to take Zykus from his mentor, which resulted in him
Yeah.
getting in prison.
Yeah. All right. Roll me a wisdom save.
It's 16 and 5, 21.
21. Okay, cool. Right. So I think I said in the video chat that some people would like to use their inspiration to reroll.
I would
think
teacher.
Yeah, okay. So whoever does roll, and please give me the new result. I will say you can keep the higher, in case anyone else rolls in that one.
Oh, thank fuck.
Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 23.
23. Okay.
Mine
well,
9.
9 from Erin, but it's not in that one, and then a
Not that
15
one.
from Daisy. Okay. So let me double
Much more
check.
balanced
Yeah.
level.
So, everyone but Judas and Willow, you kind of like have these awful visions, and you snap out of it, and you are standing in the square. The lights of your torches and such are back on. You don't see the bodies strewn around. You don't see Jenna anywhere. You don't. It's just an empty square. But you are you're there. You're unharmed. The whatever you saw is gone. But you do see Judas and Willow are kind of like standing there, paralyzed, it looks like, just kind of like staring into the distance, while for them these awful visions continue. So what do you want to do? So that's Daisy, Ingrid, Reflot, and Chiron.
I think I'd go up to Judas and look at him and just like shake my head and be like, oh, just put up with it. And I would like to cast Lesser Restoration. I don't know if it's going to do anything. It does specifically cure paralyzed. I think it's paralyzed, poisoned, blinded, or deafened are the conditions that it cures. So if they're paralyzed at work, if it's something else.
Yeah, you cast that, and you see kind of Judas snap out of it. Judas, you feel the vision fade, and you see Ingrid standing there in front of you.
Yeah, Judas will probably just come out with like a big, like a big inhaling, and then he would look at his arms, kind of like still kind of like a sense of trying to get stuff off of them, and then I'll have this moment of this, and then he was kind of like stop and look down and see you standing in front of him.
You okay there?
I guess so. And he would like look around and say, "Is thank you. Is everyone okay?"
Just
No.
Willow. I've got one more spell I can cast on Willow.
Yeah, do you cast it on Willow?
So I think
Yeah.
what you see with Willow is less this terrified expression, but it's just this really kind of a very long stare, almost a bit. It's a mixture between sadness, but also nothingness. It's just glazed over eyes, just looking to something that is very far away, but like
Yeah.
it's like it's clouded over.
Yeah.
There's no terrified expression or panic or fear. It's just mostly just this sad,
Zoned out,
almost like
maybe.
zone out, almost like kind of a sadness is in there.
Yeah, yeah. And Ingrid, you cast on them again. Yeah. So Willow, you come to this vision. You have vanished, and you see Ingrid standing in front of you as well.
There.
Willow's expression doesn't change as much, so it's not an visible reaction like with Judas. They just turn around to see you, and whatever they have been seeing is gone now, but their expression kind of is very similar to the one they had before, just that they now see you. And they nod
Yeah.
and they quietly just say, "Oh, thank you."
You all hear, or well, don't hear. You feel a tremble in the ground where you stand, and if you look around, you see in the far distance buildings are collapsing slowly, one by one. At the same time, what you do hear in the opposite direction ahead of you, you hear someone crying, like wailing almost. You don't see anything, but you just hear it coming ahead of you, and behind you is you see like buildings just crumble, and you feel the ground. Even though you don't hear it, you feel the ground tremble as they do.
What is
do you
this?
do?
What's happening? I think as like Ingrid comes away from Willow, even though it's the same like very practiced movements with casting the spell and everything, she's definitely like shaking. You'd see her like out of sorts now.
Okay.
We...
Can I?
Sorry, go ahead.
Are the torches back on?
Yeah, all the lights are back on.
Okay. Can I roll perception, see if I see the shadow anywhere?
Yeah. Well, you don't have to roll for it. It's not there. Like anything, like I feel also Daisy, your whatever you were feeling is gone as well. It seems like all whatever effects that were around like are just gone now. But you do hear the wailing in front and the thing collapsing.
Is Frothlot still it's solid now?
No, Vervlet stopped that. So the moment they entered the house and they were in the web, they at that moment,
Right.
it's kind of like I said, they felt like there was a part of them there, and then when they were in the house, they reconnected and they are completely solid again.
Nice.
And is the wailing? Could it be Jenna's voice, or is it?
No, it's different. It sounds it's like a crying, sobbing. It sounds very distraught. Definitely not Jenna though. If anything, it sounds very labored, almost like yeah, someone who is grieving.
Like from an old person, or like just like this is a ghost?
Just where like someone who is out of breath or kind of like that.
Okay.
Judith will probably look back at the crumbling buildings and say, "Well, I really don't think that's the right direction, Joe. So, voice."
We should get out of here. We should get out of here.
Agreed.
You hear Kyron in your head. You hear, I think you should go and investigate that. I think that's fun. There is a voice. Someone's there. Maybe they want to be friends. Why don't you go look?
No.
All right.
No. We had a deal.
Yeah, so basically everyone sees Chiron kind of like start shivering all over, as if almost as if he's being electrocuted. But then he stops, and then he very slowly proceeds towards the sound.
Oh, doing the thing again. Like, I have magic tattoos, and I would like to sort of use them in an intellectual way to sort of like snap Chiron out of it.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Just like a neck hick. It's just like what is it, like chop, but like not a
Uppercut.
hurtful one.
Okay.
An uppercut. Yeah, I uppercut Chiron. Let's go. And sort of like as I approach Chiron, sort of like unrolling my my sleeves, it's like one of these magic tattoos starts glowing. One specifically, like fantasy, just like theorizing about one of Chiron's exes, which I have written here. A single penny once twirled by a woman in charge of all the world's ginger, and I just go.
Okay. So you're trying to snap Karen out of it, is what I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Okay. Karen, you're just gonna get hit. I will say Karen wasn't necessarily like mind controlled or anything. So Karen, you just get hit by her fall out of nowhere.
So Chiron just turns, look at him and says, "What was that for? Don't you have a sidekick to do that shit with?"
I'd
I
rather
saw-
not get hit.
Mhm. Also, when I hit Daisy, it just does not hurt her at all. Anyway, you were doing that thing again without communicating.
More buildings crumble like closer to
Okay.
you.
As we
have
gotta
to
get
understand,
moving.
I
We have
need
to
do
go.
this.
We are on a mission here. What are we doing? What's the plan?
I think we're going
Daisy's
for the voice,
bolted.
and Judas will start going for the voice,
All
I
right.
need help.
hoping that the rest will follow because we're definitely not running towards the crumbling buildings. that are
Daisy's
gonna
off with
squish you.
Judas already.
All right.
So sorry I did that to your sternum. Let's go.
You go into the direction of voice. It's not very hard. Oh, sorry. I didn't hear Shen. What did you say?
Oh, I was just like, like Chiron was just being sassy. He was just like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, your mic was really quiet. I didn't hear you. But it's good now, it seems. But you move forward and you come on this sort of like kind of not square. You were just on the square that you were just on was like a main square. You come into like a smaller sort of like more like a street square almost. Like there's houses all around, and you see there before you. You see a creature question mark humanoid maybe, you're not sure, all, sort of on their knees on the ground crying, and they have these massive wings behind them that look all tattered and torn, and there's like these kind of bits of what looks like mirrored glass jutting out from parts of them. They have these other sort of glass shards kind of like almost like a sort of crown on top of them. They have like kind of like more parts of body where there's either these sort of mirror shards either embedded into their skin or jutting out, and they have this sort of eye on their forehead that's carved in with a knife. It seems anyone who looks at them, it maybe they were human once. What is happening? no, bad. Maybe they were human once, maybe half elf, maybe something else. You're not sure. It's kind of like, for lack of a better term, this Frankenstein kind of creature that's in front of you. No, bad. Yeah, it just sits there. And they just sit there and they're crying, and they, as you approach, they look coming like, you. Why didn't you play along? Why did she abandon me? Why? I don't get it.
What? Just take a breath. Who's she? Maybe we can help.
You've helped enough. And Ingrid, as you talk to them, you are a cleric. You have been around lots of people, like other clerics and paladins, much more powerful than you. You have talked to your deities, communicated with them. You have felt divine connection. You have felt divine magic. You know what that feels like, and you feel that coming off this person, something divine, but it's wrong. It's normally when you are around someone with a lot of divine power, it feels clean's not the right word, but it feels good. It makes sense. And it's not as strong as now. It's always kind of a bit faint, and especially when you're communicating with your deities, there's this distance between what makes it feel faint and clean. When you're approaching this person, it is strong, and it is overwhelming and it is wrong. And you look at them and there's this word that pops in your head that you don't know what that is. It doesn't exist in language, you think, not in a language you know, but you're also pretty sure it doesn't exist in other languages, because then there would be a word for in the language that you know. But there's this word keeps popping in your head that you don't know, and it's the word celestial. And you don't know what that means, but whatever you're looking at is a celestial. And above table, celestials do not exist. Not until now. And you are looking at this, and this creature, this celestial, looks at you and goes like, I tried to get her attention and she just left. I don't understand. Why did she make me?
Why did she make you?
What are you?
Does Judas have any idea of what might be in his like research and knowledge that
Give
you know
me,
of?
and I still say like, Ingrid could say, give me a religion check, two of you. Or anyone else who's proficient in religion may do the same.
I have a suspicion, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
We'll see how well
Um,
my religion roll is. Then I might share.
Well, I am proficient in religion, but I have a +6, but I only rolled a 10.
Okay.
13.
12.
Uh-huh. 12. I will say though, I will give this to Ingrid because you're a cleric. It takes you a moment, but the longer you look at this person, celestial, you realize there's a lot of bits with mirrors and such, and you go, that is associated with a goddess called Leomo, which is the goddess of lies and trickery. And you make that connection, but before you can even do anything, this thing stands up and pulls this mace out, which has these like mirror shards into it, and goes like, maybe she just needs blood. And roll initiative.
Hey.
All of us?
All of you.
Fuck yeah.
That's
I
a
still
Daisy,
have
you have
my-
advantage. Yeah, it just
Thank
lost.
you.
not nat 20.
Okay, wait. Not so. Okay, there's 20 from.
Or as I heard people say, lab grown 20.
19.
30, 20. 13.
I got a 10 and a
13.
17, so I'm guessing with the advantage
17.
17.
Wait, are we all rolling with advantage?
Just Daisy.
Mm,
Just
no.
okay.
Because of a thing.
My
Uh,
sidekick. Let's go.
It was where Flutter was at 13, you said?
13, yes.
Okay. Hang on. 15. Aaron, what did you roll?
11.
11. Ingrid?
10.
Okay. And Kyron?
19.
Hang on. 11. Ingrid.
This is good. Healing in the back. It's fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's a favorite position for a cleric. Kyron at 19. This is perfect. I did it perfectly. I wrote a list of caps in it and I mashed it perfectly. Okay. Well, no, you're first to act.
Yeah. I think Willow's a little taken back, is very unsure of what is going on, what to do here. Okay, I gonna cast Hail of Spores on myself first. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you to read. So, Willow is a druid, a circle of spores, and at second level, they have the ability to. I'll just read it out loud. You are surrounded by invisible necrotic spores that are harmless until you unleash them on a creature nearby. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there, you can use your reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to that creature unless it succeeds on a constitution saving throw against your spell DC. The necrotic damage increases to 1d6 at 6th level and so on. Right, so I'm going to do that first, and then I'll look around to see the directions of everyone, like where we're going with this. Do I feel like everyone's just like ready to fight this, or do they want to?
I don't know. What's everyone doing?
I think in an uncharacteristic motion, Ingrid is definitely getting ready to fight because this thing creeps her out.
The adrenaline of having uppercutted Chiron has put Goyfla in a fighting mood. Yeah.
I think Daisy sees a little bit of a damaged creature first and foremost before seeing something to fight. So I think we'd potentially try and talk.
Yeah. They are very hurt, despite all the things. They look very worn down, tired, and hurt. They are for us above table mechanics. They are definitely not full health.
I probably would. Was that an? Let me check one second. Okay, the spores thing is around me all the time. I don't have to actually do it as an action.
That's correct.
I have to unleash it once a creature is nearby. It doesn't say if the unleashing is an action. I don't think
it's a reaction. Yeah, it's a reaction.
So then I'm going to use my action to cast Fairy Fire on this creature.
Let me see what I need to do.
They are in 60 feet of me.
Yeah. So I will say, I think Ingrid is one step a little closer. So Ingrid, you are how far away would you? Maybe like 15 feet away from it. I don't know how close you would have gotten.
That's probably about right.
Yeah, and then the others I will say are maybe about 30 feet away, roughly.
Yeah, Judas probably followed a couple steps behind Ingrid.
So let's say you are at 20.
Like 20, 25, something.
Yeah, okay, that works. So yeah, everyone. So yeah, you're definitely within range. Why is my video stuttering? Keep going. That's fine.
Okay, so each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in a blue, green, or violet light. I think I'm just going to be going with bluish. Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is also outlined in the light. If it fails, a dex saving throw. For the duration, objects and affected creatures shed a dim light in a 10-foot radius. This is mostly because like all the light fuckery, we want to see things.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Do I need to roll anything?
A dex save.
I think. Yeah. Okay.
And my spell DC is 16.
That's a 20 dirty, so it saves.
So
anything happen? I don't think so.
I don't think anything happens on Fairy Fire for a save, does it?
No, it's just like mostly just makes things shed light. I believe it also says any creature in the area when the spell is cast. So everyone else is also on has light around them, unless they want to save. You can also say you want to fail.
Yeah, because then you get light.
Wouldn't it give them advantage against us? Is that how Fairy Fire works?
Any attack,
invisibles.
Yeah, any attack against infected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
You could place it like behind them, though.
You can place it behind them.
Yeah,
so
I will place it behind them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Is
that your turn? Can you bring a picture like we are on one side and probably
so it's like one thing here, you're at 30 feet distance. Ingrid and Judas are a bit closer. Okay. So you're facing it.
Okay. So I would probably tell Copley to move like 5 feet in front of me, or like stay kind of like stay close-ish to me, but like a little bit in front so that potentially it could stop whatever's moving towards us.
That works. Okay. Then Chiron.
Okay. So first things first. This won't like take an action. It'll probably it's probably a free action. Chiron wants to change his form into this creature. Can he do that?
Okay. Ooh. Does it specifically? What does it say about changing? You have to know what it looks like, I think.
Yeah, it basically says you can change your appearance and your voice. You determine the specifics of the changes, including your coloration, hair length, and sex. You can also adjust your height and weight between medium and small. You can make yourself appear as a member of another race, though none of your game statistics change. You can't duplicate the appearance of an individual you've never seen, and you must adopt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs that you have.
Does it have to be humanoid?
Uh, I guess you have to be a sort of humanoid, yes.
I will say because this is a completely new thing and they're not really humanoid anymore. I think you try and it doesn't. It's like a half baked version of it. Um,
Put me back. I'm not done.
Right. So, failing that, Chiron is gonna try this. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with your pack weapon, you can expend a Warlock spell slot to deal an extra 1d8 force damage plus another 1d8 per spell slot, and you can knock the target prone if it is huge or smaller.
Just to let you know, your voice comes out
Yeah.
muffled a little bit. I don't know
Okay.
if you're turning away
Yeah.
from the microphone, but we can hear you like a little bit and then not, and then a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's gonna do this once per turn when you hit a creature.
Oh,
with
you're
your
really
pack
close.
weapon.
Sorry. It's alright.
Once per
Yeah.
turn, when you hit a creature with your pack weapon, you can expend a Warlock spell slot to deal an extra 1d8
Yeah.
force damage to the target, plus another one per level, blah blah. And you can knock
Yeah.
the target prone if it is huge or smaller. So
Okay.
Karen's gonna try this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Does 18 plus 8. That is
18 hits.
26. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it hits.
Hits. So that is 48.
Okay.
Wait, that's 2d6 plus 4 first. That's 4 plus 1, 5, 5, 5.
If Chiron just one shots it.
There's a lot of dice thing these people.
You're really far away again.
Just a second. A lot of dice things to do.
Okay.
The tension.
In the meantime, we're all just
Yeah.
Breathing
So that's
animations.
19 plus
Huh.
5. I think that's 19 plus 9. Yeah, 29. 28 damage.
What kind of damage?
It's force damage. Yeah,
Okay.
basically force
What,
damage.
Yeah. Okay.
And she'd be
Okay.
knocked
Nice.
prone.
Knock prone. Does it have to save any thing or?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. You knock them prone. Okay. Cool. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. Nothing.
Okay. Then Daisy.
I don't know. This is a really silly idea. So
I love Celerius. Go on.
so they have their axe, but it's gonna sort of. We'll still be holding it, but we'll kind of have it sort of almost dragging on the floor.
Shen, can you
and-
mute yourself? Because you're very. Thank you. Go on. Sorry.
Now Daisy has 40 feet walking speed, so does that mean I could get up to the creature?
Yeah, you can. And it's
Cool,
prone.
Sweet. I want to be up in this creature's face. Not to do damage. Daisy is kind of going to try and make themselves look as unscary as possible, which apart from their height is not hard. Like Daisy's like a squishy marshmallow of a creature, is going to sort of lean over and sort of will say, going for a persuade here. We don't necessarily get to choose the action of our own creation, but right now we're on your side. You're gonna have to work with us.
I will say, give me a persuasion, but I will say it's at disadvantage because they're really distraught and they have this thing clutched in their hand.
Could I give advantage, or can I add my help somehow to my sidekick?
I'll allow it to make it a straight roll. Yeah. How do you help?
I just sort of like pop over, sort of like the frame, as if I'm sort of like hands on the shoulders over it. Like, you have to understand that we're here to help, to investigate, find out the clues, the truth, everything that you could need to find rest, peace, and a little bit of vacation time. That's what we're here to do.
All right, give me straight persuasion then.
Cool. So I had rolled twice by accident, so I rolled a 17 and an 11. Do you want me to just take a
Take the first one. that you rolled.
17?
Okay. I will say it pauses. It's not entirely convinced, but at least it has not immediately decided to swing at you. Yeah. I'll say that's your action. Any bonus actions?
Don't think I have any. Do I?
Alright.
Question mark. I could rage, but I might save that.
All right. And it's its turn.
Oh fuck.
No, it's not. We can skip
It's-
that.
I'll say it's temporarily. I'm gonna. Let me think what I'm gonna do. It's gonna hold its action. I
Oh.
think. No, it's not. It's gonna do something else. I know what to do. It's gonna do something else, but it's gonna be the persuasion has helped. I need everyone. Yes, everyone. They give me a wisdom saving throw. Kyron, you're at disadvantage for this one specifically.
Nice.
Fun. 15.
Sorry, I missed. Did you say wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
It's always
Not fun.
Not one from Kyron.
Yep.
Okay, well that's good for you.
Oh.
In this case.
It's an 8 for
19.
me.
8. Okay. Let me ask anyone above a 17. Raise hands.
Sorry, what were we rolling?
A wisdom save.
Of course. No, that's a 9.
Just
Okay,
me?
so Ingrid, yeah. So everyone but Ingrid is frightened. Kyron,
Oh, I
that's
should have
for
had
you.
advantage on that.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you
I
saved
don't need it.
anyway. Yeah. Kyron, you fail, especially, but that's good for you. I will say this is funny. This is really funny because in this case, your nat 1 is actually good. Let me double check real quick on your sheet.
Can I
yeah.
use a thing that I have to re-roll?
Yes, if you want. What do you have?
Okay, I have Chrono Shift, so as a chronology wizard, I can re-roll or force a re-roll of someone
Yeah.
else. So
I will say specifically for Kyron, failing this is good.
Okay.
So, but you can use for yourself if you want.
Yeah, no, I was gonna use
Okay.
it for myself because I probably. So you see Judas is starting to shake, like he's feeling kind of like this dread coming over, and he's once again he's gonna, like, his hands are coming together. This time is kind of like his little fingers are kind of like rotating, and kind of as if he was grasping something in between his hands, and just kind of like forcefully turn it back, and he kind of like brings his kind of like his state of like his emotion back to like a half second before he loses it to the dread, and tries to resist it.
All right.
Let's see if it works.
Well,
It's a 2.
okay. No.
So he
you're-
doesn't.
Okay. Well, yeah. So you're so afraid. I will say the thing. Kyron, you normally when you are frightened, you can still move at as if it were difficult terrain. Because you rolled on that 1, and because that's good for you, you don't have that. You can move at normal speed towards it if you wanted.
Oh, fantastic.
Okay. And I will say the persuasion helped because normally you would take damage if you failed, or half damage if you succeed. Now you take less damage. You don't take any damage when you succeed, and you take less damage with failing. So everyone who failed gets 6 points of psychic damage. So persuasion did help. It's got, instead of it was gonna swing, and instead of that it tried to do something else first to see what y'all do. But that is its turn. Reflot, it's your turn.
Okay, how much psychic damage did we take?
6 points.
6 points. Awesome. Okay, I would like to sort of like launch myself off of Daisy's back, so like foop, and go in for just like one of those intelligent chops, straight into the creature.
Mhm.
What do I roll for this? Just a d20?
Yes, attack on your sheet. I somehow cannot open your sheet. I don't know why it's not opening for me, so I can't look.
Just using my fist weapons, which I can use my intelligence modifier for.
Yeah, then roll d20 and add the.
Okay, that's how it works. That's a 19.
Yay, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, it's gonna be just a 1d4 plus 3. Oh, where's my d4? I came unprepared. Hold on. I'm just gonna roll a d8 and half it.
That's also fair.
Okay, I rolled an odd number, which doesn't help.
What do you roll?
A 5.
Okay. I'll make it. I'll give you a 3. It's fine.
Thank you. Then I rolled a 6 damage. Let's go like.
Damage.
Ha!
Okay. Nice. Any bonus actions?
I literally don't have anything else to do but investigate.
Yeah. No.
So I don't know. Maybe
yeah. Okay.
No, I'll. That's it.
Okay. I will say since you attacked it, it's going to use a legendary action. It's going to take a swing at you.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
Let me see. Does a 17 hit?
My armor class is 200, so no. No, it does hit.
Okay, hold
on. Really quick question: like, how close are
the two of them? They're right up in front of it.
Yeah, like how close am I to Reflot? Like how close are we to all?
Did you move? I don't think you did, right?
Did Reflot move towards a creature?
Yeah. So Reflot and Daisy are right in front of it. Did you move though?
So it never moved towards us or anything.
No, it was knocked prone by Chiron.
No, then it's all good. I just like need to know if it ever is 10 feet of me.
Yeah. No, it's not. Okay, let me do math real quick. At least that's so that's first 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and then this is how much is this? 17 points of radiant damage. So that is 27 points of damage total.
Okay, jeez, I am 4 away from that. Hold on, I have to step up for a little bit.
He did say kill me. So that is Judas. Your turn.
Yeah. So am I frightened?
You are frightened.
Frightened conditioned, so I can't move towards it, and I have disadvantages attacking.
On a bit. Yes. Disadvantage.
Does Copri need to make a wisdom save too?
I probably yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay. Just gonna roll. 1d10. 1d20. It doesn't get any pluses. 5, so probably also
it fails. So also frightened. Takes 6 damage. Okay. Judas, you can't move closer. And the attacks are at disadvantage.
15.
Okay, so Judas is definitely not moving closer at this point. There's a kitty!
Oh, I know.
Oh, flipping in and out of reality.
It's coming in and out. It's doing like Reflot earlier, just coming in and out.
Yeah.
And so Judas is definitely not coming closer. Didn't have that intention before. He definitely doesn't have that now that is scared. So what he's going to do is, for his action, he's going to cast mage armor, because this boy doesn't have a lot of AC, so at least a little boost. So what he's gonna do this time is he puts both of his middle fingers kind of like at the where the jaw meets the neck, and he's gonna follow other lines of script down his chest, and then kind of like follow them around the kind of like to the back. And once you finish that motion, for a second it feels like so all this time he's had a magical protection that has been deflecting some of the freezing temperatures from his body, because as I said, he's not wearing anything and in his upper body, so he should be very dead by now and frozen, but he has kind of like a little a magic that I don't know if it comes from the magical clothing that we've received, or this is probably kind of like one of his spells that is inscribed in his skin, because his skin is like his spell book, so that's where all the spells that he knows are written on his skin. That's why he needs the touch to activate them. And essentially for a second, it seems like he's deactivating the. Sorry, my room is attacking me. He seems like he's
It's me.
deactivating, deactivating this barrier that it's preventing him from freezing, and so for a second, it feels like he's getting covered in ice immediately, and then he reactivates that barrier and it absorbs kind of like this icy surface that has started coating him, and that kind of like shines and extends all over his chest and body and creates this kind of like shimmery icy armor that protects him.
Okay.
And he's trying to look away from the creature, and they had said something like that they didn't know why they had been created or something that, right?
Yes. I will also say, by the way, because it's prone. Oh no, you're not close to it. Never mind.
No,
sorry,
I'm
continue.
20.
Was,
I'm 20 feet away.
Yeah,
so
never
not
mind.
too
Yeah,
close.
okay. Yeah.
So he activates the mage armor as his action, and he's probably just gonna say something like, if it's your existence that you're troubled by, you're not the only one around here. Maybe we can, and he's kind of like trying to fight the dread that is like, he feels that something is wrong. Like he wouldn't act like this. This is kind of like a mystery, like something that he wants to know more about, but he can't bring himself to like face this enemy and kind of like investigate or like try to understand them. So he says something like, we can try and help you, but there's not a lot of kind of like faith in what he's saying, because it's just like terrified. And I think that's his action for now. No, that's his turn.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Ingrid.
Yeah, I think Ingrid will kind of see as everyone else that's kind of frightened, and then being Rothlot being hit and all of that, and will and especially seeing Daisy trying and get through to the creature, kind of was like ready to attack, and then kind of like takes a kind of step back and is instead going to raise her shield into the air like an umbrella. And I'm going to use the Channel Divinity Twilight Sanctuary.
Yay!
Yeah, here it comes.
My favorite.
A sphere of twilight emanates from Ingrid. It's 30 foot in radius, so I think it should fit everybody in it. And when a creature ends its turn in the sphere, they can either have temporary hit points or stop being frightened, end the effect.
Yeah,
that's the idea. So remind everyone on the end of your turns, you can have one of those things. I think Ingrid kind of looks at the creature and says, there is much to be gained by bringing darkness into light, but so too must we bring light to the darkness. We're here to help you.
Right. I am remembering all these things for when it's their turn.
So
anything
sorry
else?
about that.
No worries. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah. I do have a bonus action, so I can cast Healing Word on Orpheot.
Okay.
Please do. I'm at 4.
Going to just have a look. I forgot that I was going to do this. Sorry, I wasn't prepared. Healing Word. Oh, I spelt it wrong. That's not going to help, is it? There we go. It is that one. 1d4 plus. It's not going to be much, but it'll be something. Oh, that's pretty good. What's my casting ability is 4, so that's 7 hit points. for you.
Ooh, I can use all of them. Thank you.
And that is my turn. I'll stay where I am, or if
Okay.
I'm not already kind of in between everyone, then I'll move so that I am in between everyone.
Okay. Well, you saved, so you can move. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, then Willow. Round. Toto.
Yeah. Mm, so what I am seeing currently is that we're a bit split between just fighting this and maybe talking it out. So it's just
Yeah.
kind of a situation where Willow isn't quite sure what people would expect them to do right now, or like what the group wants to do.
You may hold your action if you want.
Yeah, I know. But what Willow knows is that there seems to be the idea that it would be good either way if this being wasn't able to attack or whatever. So I will try to cast. Where did you go? I would like to cast Untangle.
Okay. It's already prone. So let me check.
So Untangle is 90 feet range, which I'm in, I presume, and grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. I would like to point it so that only the creature is being affected. For the duration, these plants turn to the ground in the area into difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength save, the DC 16, or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends.
Okay.
Creatures restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against spells DC.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it with disadvantage because it's prone.
Yeah.
That's not great. It's really bad. It doesn't make it like a 10.
The DC 16, so it is now entangled.
Okay. Okay. It's restrained. Okay. Anything else?
I think that would be it for Willow. At the end of Willow's turn, they would undo the frightening condition thanks to Ingrid. And the Kopri would also just undo the frightening condition because it can't move closer as it is frightened.
Okay. Then Kyron. It's your turn.
Okay. So Chiron will use his bonus action to curse the creature.
Okay.
Okay, and then he'll move closer, and he has a bonus on his damage rolls. And he will attack, and he with his action, he'll use branding smite.
Okay. So that was just an attack, I think.
Yeah, that's just an attack. Yeah.
Yeah, which you have advantage because it's yeah, you're right in front of it because it's I guess prone and restrained at this point.
It's a 16 plus 8. That's a 24.
Yeah, that hits for sure.
Okay, and okay, so that's branding smite is 3d6.
And I think isn't it because you're cursed? You hang on. You got temporary hit points, and you didn't extra damage. That was not the thing.
Okay, that's 18 damage.
Oh. Right. Tell me how do you kill it? I didn't have that much left.
Hey.
After all our efforts.
I actively did not attack it to make harm, and then we have
Warlock.
Yeah. Warlock's gonna be warlocking.
They do be.
So Chiron will basically raise up Zychus, which will glow with this astral gleam, and then he'll just stab the creature.
Okay, you think in your head, because obviously you've been terrified with that nat one, and Zykus is just like, good, well done. I should have like take it out. And everyone else sees as this creature essentially crumples and dies. Um, Everything around you. You look up from this fight, and you look around, and you realize the town is gone. And what you see, Ingrid, you see that you recognize this. You see bodies and rubbles, and you, with your dark vision that reaches that far, you are standing on the edge of a massive crater. You can't see how far it spans because you don't see that far, but you're standing on the edge of it, and you realize this town has been leveled by a meteorite. And whatever you were seeing the past hours, now I think maybe also for Kyrian Detect Magic it starts making sense. It was just an echo of what was. These people in this town probably lived here once, but this town is gone. And you kind of all stand here taking that, just sort of coming to the realization, or maybe not looking at Daisy. Maybe it takes Daisy a second to figure out 2 and 2. But before you kind of like can even talk to each other about it, you see in the distance this bright light as a portal opens, and from it steps what you first see is like maybe a half elven man, like kind of like very pale skin, steps out, but around him is this large kind of spectral image of Ingrid, you immediately recognize. You see this woman, this female printing figure with like long black hair, like eyes, like one in the middle, 2 on the side, this sort of crown of mirror shards, this body that would be naked if it wasn't covered up in other parts of mirror, in like shards, and you recognize this is the apparition of Leomo. And this man kind of almost being a vessel for her, but you don't really notice them anymore. What you just see her, the man sort of face in the background. She walks up to this celestial, as you know, and sort of kneels down next to it and puts a hand, looks very solemn, and goes, "Shame. I'm sorry. I know you only ever wanted to help. Should not have left you." Yeah, and sort of you see kind of, she's not acknowledging you just yet, but she kneels down next to it and just has a hand on them. And then after a moment looks up at all of you and go, "You should leave." "What did you do?" "I didn't do anything."
Your creature seems to think differently.
"Yes." And you see her kind of like smile wryly and then look at you, at the 2 of you that spoke, and go like, "Do you know what it's like to never be believed, no matter your intentions? To always be met with distrust? What weight does the truth hold when people don't allow it to exist? This creature, as you call it, they were a follower of mine once. They believed me. They saw what, well, for someone who is called or referred to as the goddess of lies, my siblings were very reluctant to face the truth that I saw, that we are in over our heads. The first," and she looks down at the creature, "as I called it, they were a follower of mine. They offered their assistance and I gave it, and I should have known that it was too much. And my siblings will never let me live that down. But I don't care about that. What I care about is that they, and they look down, will have died thinking I lied to them too. You should go.
Hold on. Listen, I don't know a whole lot, but you said siblings. I'm guessing you're pretty high and mighty up there.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from Mama in a long time.
You see she stands up and looks at you and then steps closer to you calmly. And she's quite tall, but you're as well. So you're kind of seeing someone eye to eye. And she steps in front of you and goes like, would you prefer to be comforted by a lie or be hurt by the truth, child?
I trust you to know what's best.
It was really quiet. What were you saying?
I trust you to know what's best.
Right. Then I am sorry. Hey, and like as you sort of like maybe confused, she looks at you and goes like, they're gone, child. You see, she looks a little sad too.
Ingrid will come up next to you and just put a comforting hand on your arm, and if you sort of look down at her, she kind of just nods her head as if she already knew.
She'll kind of very gently sort of squeeze Ingrid.
Really quiet still.
Sorry. She will kind of squeeze Ingrid's shoulder, sort of like in return. I agree. I think we should get going from here. Pretty sharpish, actually. Yeah. I don't think there's a place for us here. No. I think we should get going from here right now. I think we should leave, and I think we should go home, and I don't think we should ever look back.
If you say that and you like you make kind of like the gesture of starting to go, Judas steps forwards towards the apparition and says, "What do you mean they're gone?"
She looks at you with a less kinder expression on her face, and she just smiles and goes, Judas, isn't it? You're smart. Sure you figured it out.
Is this so is this it? You just toy with us and then
I didn't look around. It's dark. What do you think that is? Someone's gone? Maybe someone who governs the domain of light?
who took them? What made this happen?
That is none of your concern.
It is very much of my concern. This is our lives. I know you don't care about us. You think we're just small little ants here. This is nothing to you. But this is
she
our
comes
world.
Real close into your face and goes like, you are alive right now because we are keeping you alive. Without us, this whole planet would have frozen over. Why do you think the stars are back, child? Careful.
Keep your fucking stars.
She looks at you for a moment and then steps back and goes, leave. For your own good. Leave.
Judas, I don't think we should play.
Oh, I'm not playing. So what? We just go back and we say, I'm sorry, this is how things are now?
We are
We're gonna
working
a little bit more than that.
We are working
Judas.
on fixing it.
But,
I will not argue further.
Put a small hand on Judas' shoulder. We came in with a job to do, and this is all we can do. Finding out that this is the truth is the hardest part of learning, of discovering, of finishing the mystery. Sometimes it's better to leave questions unanswered. I don't think that, but this is all we can do. Prove to ourselves that this is reality, this is real. Call it in, get paid, do what we have to after that. All right? This is 6 people, maybe even more people. I think that's going to make an impact.
Daisy? Yeah, we're gone. I think are we done? I think we're done.
We're not done yet.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's fine.
Uh-oh.
It's fine. Continue. People can watch the VOD if they're listening. It's fine.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
And we're back.
I never know how the breaks work because I almost never get them.
It depends on the browser, I think, and if you have ad blockers. But yes, you are essentially told to leave.
Yeah, I think as Ingrid kind of turns around to leave, we'll kind of second guess, look back over her shoulder, and just say, "Thank you for trying."
She gives you a nod. Yeah, she gives you a nod. I think you can see as you look back, she has put like a hand on what she referred to as the first, and you see this sort of like this is like the moment you turn around. You see this like magic kind of seeping out of its body into the ground as sort of the body kind of petrifies into stone, and you see like as she looks up from doing that as you speak, and she gives you a nod, and you see her stand up, and the spectral image around this man that you've almost forgot was there goes up and leaves, and you see the body of the man crumple on the floor, and you can tell it's dead. You leave and you trek back. You make your way back to the city where you came from. You give your report of the towns that you visited. You hang on, sorry. Someone picked me in Discord, and I had to check if it wasn't one of you. It wasn't. You make your way back to where you came from. You give your report of the towns that were intact and the people that were alive, but you also tell about this. But strangely enough, when you're talking about this town, you're all telling a slightly different version of events. It doesn't really entirely match up, but it matched up enough that they can make out that the town's gone.
I became half a ghost.
Yeah, exactly. A week later,
I remember that.
yeah, that what everyone's agreed on, that you became half a ghost. A week later, the light comes back on, but the world will never be the same. As time goes on, these massive craters around the world are largely ignored, except for scholars who wish to study them. But the one that you were at will become known as Leomos crater, which also turns into kind of a holy place for followers of. The crater, however, the town that was there was never anything rebuilt in it. It's just an empty space where people who go there report hallucinating and experiencing weird sensations. But despite the town of Nevis never being rebuilt, the surrounding towns got the right aid because of you. And your names will end up in history books, not in large letters, but hidden amongst many other names that helped in an event that is now known as the Star Crash. And that is where this ends. And thank you. We'll do a really quick outro because I know that some people I think have to leave, and also it's been a while. So we'll do a really quick round. Please tell me who you are and where we can find you. Chloe.
Hi, I'm Chloe or Chloe. You can find me pretty much everywhere, though mostly on Blue Sky at Chloe_with_the_flow. I am mostly a podcaster these days. I'm also a singer, actor, composer, many things. If you would like any of those, let me know. I love performing and writing music. You can also find me on Deck of Many Aces, which is an actual play podcast made with actual asexuals and aromantics. We have a lot of fun. We release episodes every other Friday even. So you can find that wherever you find your podcasts. And on RWD, that's A Rendezvous with Destiny. If you're searching it, where we do indie TTRPGs, we are just about to start campaign 3. It's a real good time to dive in. We're playing Scum and Villainy campaign, and I'm just the worst. It's great. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everywhere you can find me these days.
Perfect. Ruben.
Hi, I'm Ruben. I'm on Blue Sky under Urban Friend Den. And other than that, you can check out one of my games. It's called Ayara Intera on itch.io. It's a TTRPG about slaying self-regenerative divine beasts, nondescript monsters of Lovecraftian / Monster Hunter fame. And then you cook them up and serve them in a big meal for your community.
Amazing.
The Neoncasters itch.io page for that game, for other games that they made, which are also just incredible, will be lovely. All proceedings for Yera Cantera goes to various food kitchens around the world. So there you go.
Perfect. Then Magpie.
Howdy, I've been Magpie. I'm gonna try and be loud. Yeah, I am a goblin on the internet. I write comics. I write on tabletop things. I'm hopefully writing for something Warhammer related, and I can't wait. Yeah, that's it. You can find me on Blue Sky at Antique Horror, which is a really silly Lovecraft reference. That's all I have. That's all I am. That's all I do.
Perfect. Toto.
Hi, I'm Toto. My pronouns are she, they, not an order of preference. And you can find me on Blue Sky as well. I think you already should have seen the link in chat. You can also find my other tabletop RPG stuff under todorokiplays.card.co. And yeah, I do all kinds of stuff. I do art. I will most likely be at Dragon Meet if any one of you is there. Come by and say hi. And I spent most of my Penelope tabletop RPG time on either Euphoria, give them a check out, Pantsless, or on Who Hurt You AP. Looking forward to seeing you guys all again, and I will spend the rest of the day melting away because it is very hot.
It is very hot, yes. Aaron.
Hello again, everyone. I've been Eden. I'm Eden Angelini on the internet, or you can find all of my links at bit.ly/ErenLinks. So you can find my shop, my portfolio. I am a fantasy illustrator and character designer and comic colorist. So you might have seen some of my work on Justice League, Batman, Superman, and a bunch of other cool stuff. I colored Doctor Who for many years, and I actually colored some Warhammer 40k in the past as well, and Harley Quinn, and I colored Critical Role comics, and I've done some work for Critical Role both in illustration and character design. I do, other than drawing and coloring, I do my own TTRPG creation. I have a deck of NPCs. It's called the Arcane Compendium of Characters, which you can find linked in all my sites that I mentioned above. And you can also find me on Patreon at the Art Venturing Guild, which is a library of constantly expanding of character portraits for fantasy TTRPGs, which is where the giveaway package is taken from. So the new package is coming out on July 1st, and it will be mountain folks, and we have lots of goats. Well, we have a few goats or goat-themed characters in there. So yeah, I hope to see you around, and it was very, very amazing to share this experience with all of you. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you. And Shen.
Hi, I'm Shen. My pronouns are he, him, and you can find me on Blue Sky. That's it.
Well, I will also say, Shen, thank you for testing my homebrew class. I very much enjoyed playing Zykus, as Chat
Yay, I
has also
loved
figured
him.
out. Yeah. And I have been, or I still am, Anna O'Reilly. They, it pronouns. I have forgotten my entire outro, but it's fine. I think I should have a different outro for being a DM. This is my first time DMing on stream. You can find me anywhere at Peculiar Planets. I'm on pretty much every social media. I write comics, I write tabletop stuff. I the sensitivity reading. You can find me in other APs. I'm on Dark Waters here on Pantsless Tables, which is always very fun. And I'm on the Temple True podcast where I play a really fun character called Lowen. Temple True! Which is episodes... yeah.
Tell them what they can vote for.
Oh yeah, we are doing the Crit Awards for best podcast or something. Upcoming podcast, yeah, best upcoming podcast. Episodes start every Tuesday. We are just about to start, soonish chapter 2 of the podcast, but that will be what you can still catch up.
No spoilers. I haven't finished it yet.
No, I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not spoiling anything. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's me. This was great. Thank you all for being my first ever table on stream. I hope you had fun. The stream will continue after this with more game shenanigans giveaways. So stay tuned for 25 ways still from the goal, which means that Aaron's thing gets released as a giveaway. So that's been it. Thank you all so very much. Steve, take us out. Bye.